Yeah, I would appreciate it. Welcome, everyone, to another session. Welcome in particular to anyone who might be listening in the distant future, namely Sash.
Welcome, Sash.
Welcome, Sash.
Welcome.
Not silent.
That's no one in particular. It's cold. It's frigid. It's absolutely Arctic freezing cold here. And we've got a decision to make. We've already been up towards the spine of the world and beyond, into Icewind Dale, made a legend for ourselves up there, defending the largest town from an army of frost giants. We've been to Hundlestone, we've been to Ironmaster, and now we're relatively equipped. We look like heroes now, with our weapons of fire and of frost, with our finely crafted armors, with our custom bred Roth. Yeah, we're heroes now, there's no doubt. But we're heroes without any direct course of action. We have some clues, we have some quests, but there's no magnetic direction pulling us anywhere. We don't know where we're supposed to be or what we're supposed to do, save for a handful of overarching goals, which may be beyond us to complete anyway. Namely, discovering what happened to the Storm Giant's wife, the Storm Queen. We know she's dead. We've heard that she was slain out somewhere in the islands. Perhaps these islands called the Whalebones, or maybe ones much further to the north, like Ice Peak of Orlspark. Wherever it happened, it's rumored that she was lured in by the Lord's Alliance. Unscrupulous human masters who preyed upon her good relations. See, giants don't usually like small folk, but it's said that the Queen did. She seemed to have some level of affection for humans and elves and halflings and the rest of us. And it was that friendliness which proved to be her downfall. Now we have decisions to make. And do we go to Fireshear or Luskan? Do we travel all along the way the high road down to Neverwinter, to Waterdeep? Do we go by boat? Do we go by foot? Do we travel somewhere else completely? There's no urgency pressing us anywhere. And
unless you're the prophet, the urgency is always.
then I shall leave it in the hands of the prophet
That's
to choose which way the wind blows and which way the tide flows.
Just the Ring of Four Seasons is the most important thing at the moment, because the giants want it, so therefore we must stop them getting it. What does everyone else think?
Well, where? Waterdeep?
Waterdeep.
Or the Border Forest?
Where's the border forest again?
Not sure, that's just where Cyric's mother was. So maybe she knew something, maybe she knows something.
It's on the opposite side of Anarok.
Well,
Like way over the other side of the desert, on the other side of the map.
alternatively, we could maybe find a diviner. I'm sure if this, what's his name, Cyric? Is that his name?
Cyrano?
Cyrano
Cyrano.
is the one with the ring.
If he's eluded, like, anyone looking for the ring before, surely the giants can't really find him now.
Do not underestimate the enemy.
Well, we wanted to go back to Luskan, right?
That is on the way to Waterdeep.
What is our quest? Where's our quest list? Journal.
Journal, it's 2 messages up.
2 messages up.
Yeah, there's your
Yep. Oh yeah, I need to make more poems, that's right. French to the temple. Investigate the rumors of psychic pirates. Steal a device that locates the blood of Cyrano from the Frost Giants. We could look for the device, otherwise we'd be always at least a step behind from the Giants. They're much larger, can cover more ground. They have something that would lead directly to him. It's on the spine of the world where the
Or like
The Jarl?
the Jarl. Him.
Yeah.
Acquiring this
He's a-
item would be helpful.
You reckon we could sneak in and sneak out?
We are like ants to them. It should be easy. This would make things easier.
Let me see if I have. What's that spell called? Pass without trace. What
Uh,
level is that?
we
I don't think I
could.
have it.
You know,
It's
we did
level
just
2,
pick
I
up a
think.
master thief, right?
Oh. But what if it's
I mean,
a
it's
large
almost as if fate put him in our path.
object? Hee hee hoo hoo. Well, it's probably one of the better ideas. Does anyone? If we could probably ask someone that knows a more exact location than the spine of the world.
Do we not still have the head?
Um,
We asked it all the questions, though.
I doubt it would give me specifics anyway.
Yeah.
The dead speak in riddles mostly, vaguely.
Then we must find one alive.
Well, next one we come across, then try to just incapacitate them.
But we can kill them after for the gold, right?
Sure, sure.
Okay, good.
Do we know of a good frost giant? Wait, we know of Harshnag, right? He came into the town while we were there. Came to the city, sorry, of Waterdeep while we were there.
Hmm.
Maybe if we could find Harshnag? I had no idea who'd know where he was.
Can you not met? Like, who was that giant? No, who was that giant we met right at the beginning?
Yeah. That's they're
Can
talking
you,
about.
Can you
Yeah.
not message him?
I don't know if I had talked to him, or would Aradel have seen him? We know Pipers talk to them like the other group did.
Wild talked to him, because
Oh,
I didn't
did
have
you?
Eve to talk with. So
Oh,
I just
okay.
used Wild. He was in the bar. He gave
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
words.
I could cast tomorrow. I could prepare a different prayer to contact him.
So do we move to Brinshan on the assumption we'll have the information, or do we move to Luskin?
Maybe stay in Hundlestone for it's the midpoint at least. Sound fair?
Sounds good.
good to me.
Cool. We go back to Hundlestone.
All right. It's only a short journey, and you head back up the slope. Your leg muscles straining as you begin walking up the extremely steep slope that will eventually lead you to Hundlestone and presumably beyond through the tunnel beneath the spine of the world.
Hmm.
All right, you're in Hundlestone.
Well, we gotta stay there at night so I can switch spells.
Well, we don't have to find inn or anything. We just stay in the towers again.
All right.
All right.
We're just outside the door.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries. You erect some. The gnomes come out and they want to do sketches and interviews and all sorts of things. Your tower's fascinating. Sorry, Stephen.
Oh, it's alright. Roz just in a little bit of a fast pace. He's gonna go into Hundlestone and look for some apples.
Beautiful, beautiful. There is only a single box of apples left, and this crate of apples is selling for 10 gold pieces. 24 apples.
Okay, let me hold on. I
Oh,
start
that's-
rummaging through my bag.
Has no gold.
Season's last apples.
Do you need a hand, Roz?
Maybe. As I pull out some goggles and like some other stuff in my bag, I was like, "Would you take this?" I just pull out the ice goggles that we got from that.
I'll tell him not to worry about it, and I'll pay the gold.
All right. You have 12 days worth of apples rationed.
Oh, thank you. You want the goggles? I don't know what to do with them.
Sure, I'll take
I
them.
don't- Okay.
I put them on.
Stylish.
I'm leaving them on.
My character's out of rations as well. How
All
much is it
right.
for rations?
They're expensive here.
I have giant food still.
Okay, I guess I'll just eat that then.
All right.
So I've created 2 lounges, an empty room, and a washroom.
I still have 16 giant food and my own rations. Wait, yeah, I think I have my rations somewhere.
So most of the people who live here are gnomes or dwarves. This place is an incredibly high elevation, right up in the peaks of the Ten Trail before you start going back down again and into the tunnel. There are a handful of humans living here and people of other races, minotaurs and Genasi, snow elves. But the people who are here who aren't gnomes or dwarves, as often as not, they're adventurers. So there's quite a few people here who've seen a bit of action, who've cleared out their share of hobgoblin nests and tombs and dungeons, giving it the Hundlestone a strange feeling. It's mostly an industrial town where they do a lot of mining tin and stuff. But every few people, every now and then, you'll find someone who has a really incredible story to tell.
Sorry, I forgot to say this. Roz
Yeah.
would just like to pick up a little bit of string too.
Easy.
Alright.
It costs you nothing. Your friend Flip Ironbottom has string that he can pass on to you.
Champion.
Thank you.
We have friends in high places.
Ha!
Short
Nice.
places.
Hundlestone's as high as they come.
Is that a comment on Gnome Society?
Possibly.
I love gnomes.
Prophet thinks they're overrated.
Anyway. What should I ask? How should I talk to Harshnag? I only have 25 words, unless I cast it again.
But we need the location of the Jarl.
We'll do it tomorrow when I have the spell prepared, I guess. how would I go? Like the gnomes are pretty ingenious, right?
Yeah, they're pretty smart. Yeah.
Like little crafters. This is all a crafting town. Little.
Mining town mostly, yeah.
Mining.
Yeah, no, they don't do much manufacturing. It's mostly natural resources production,
Alright,
primary production.
I'll wait till I get into it. Unless I stay here for a while. Yeah, I've got nothing to do for the day. If anyone else still has stuff to do.
Yep.
Just sorry.
Yeah,
It's
please.
just something little. Roz wants to just carve a little stone, like rock size figure of his daughter Ray.
Yeah.
And he wants to get a bit of string and tie it around that, and then tie it to his one on his left horn thing.
Yeah, the tusk. Yeah, beautiful.
Yep, that's it.
He has
Where-
a daughter.
What was it? Sorry, Saxon.
You have a daughter?
Oh, I didn't say that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah, but yeah, I do. Yeah.
Where are you doing this work? Are you like up on a rocky outcropping? Are you inside? Or where are you?
He'd just have a few apples next to him on the ground, probably inside with some of the animals, sitting down
Okay.
carving.
Oh yeah, you've got the Roth beside you and the pony nearby. Yeah,
Yep.
cool. The chicken.
Yeah, he can be there too if he wants. I don't.
Hey, it's
Chicken's
my
getting
chicken.
there.
And,
Chicken lays an egg.
While he's doing that, Wild wants to test his new sword, so it would have gone hunting.
All
Give him a
right.
bit of
sword.
extra meat and test his new sword.
Classic
Alright.
hunting tool, great sword.
Yeah, it's not a
I mean,
typical
it'll
hunting.
cook the meat by itself.
True. How does one hunt with a great sword? What sort of these are the high mountains, the high alpine mountains. As you can expect, prey is relatively scarce, hard to find. How do you go hunting? What's your technique?
Look for bears, big
Ah.
things.
What's the bear? Well, that's a possibility. Then. All right. Okay, so it's towards the end of summer, coming into autumn. Make a survival check. 10. All right. You haven't managed to find any bear tracks, but you have found some exceedingly large wolf tracks.
Sure.
All right. You're going off alone, right?
I'll invite anyone who wants to come. Maybe Roz wants to test his new
I
weapon.
like a good hunt.
Yeah, Raskan wants to test his new weapon. Weapon testing.
I'll draw Handlestone on the map that I'm making.
Sure. Rolls will go
Not to do
hunting.
anything dangerous.
Rolls will go hunting, but he'll do the carving thing like when he gets back.
Yeah. You put it aside for briefly. There's always going to be more time.
I guess while they do that, I will try to do something with seeing into the future.
Oh yeah.
Because surely they can kill some bears or wolves or whatever. They're just animals.
Who are our companions or the things they're trying to kill?
The things. Well, I mean, with the exclusion of wild, like just the things they're trying to.
Sorry, what action were you taking? I didn't understand.
It's the way he like sets up his portents, but like in
Yeah.
the past I've tried to like expand it so you can do look at things like further into the future, but it's like quite risky and hard to do.
Oh yeah.
Sort of like being like a rowboat in the middle of a storm. Like he's not very good
Yeah.
at it, and no matter even if you get very good at it, like there's still a lot of chance involved.
The conditions still are far from perfect.
And in the
Yeah,
past I just
okay,
rolled an
I think I'm
Arcana
going.
check, and you just gave me a hint if it was good enough.
All right. Okay, cool. So, yeah, sure. Sorry. The conditions are difficult. but these people are more than capable. All they're doing is hunting some bears and some wolves or whatever they're going after. Considering that we've taken on giants, it hardly seems like common prey would be a threat, I suppose.
Yes, he's going to spend the afternoon doing that instead of hunting. He's a wizard after all, he's got more important things to do.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. I guess it remains to be seen if that's the way things work out, but logic tells you that there's it should be something they can handle.
Knowing Draxus, knowing his magic's probably gonna like damage the things we're hunting, he's gonna instead try and sit far away from Prophet while doing this, but he's gonna just kind of sit down and meditate and try to in turn like go inside himself and try to figure out what's this wild magic's all about.
All right. Okay, we'll go with the hunt first. So Wild Gold, you haven't been able to find any bear tracks, but you found some wolf tracks, and they're relatively fresh. They've been prowling around the outskirts of Hundlestone during the night, scavenging garbage and probably looking for anyone that's vulnerable that they might be able to pluck off. Who else is going on? And if anyone else is going on, can make a survival check of their own.
I'll place a hunting trap, like, off our path a bit as well.
Okay.
Chance kind of thing.
Coming in hot, holy.
Beautiful.
19 out of 20.
And I guess I'll draw around the circles of the groups of people so we know who's with who.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll be moving to a different map soon too. That's what I was spending the time making a new map. So yeah, Raskin, you're confident that there's more than one wolf, and Roz confirms it beyond a doubt. Roz, these wolves are huge. Each of their paws is almost as big as a bear's. Certainly a much larger than the sort of wolves you find in a forest. They're also got white fur. You managed to take the fur from a handful of places, and it's a beautiful, silky, soft white fur, as soft as duck's down. So that's what you discover. There are multiple of these beasts. They're a rather large hunting pack, and they're almost certainly beautiful white-furred wolves, massive creatures.
Does it feel the same as Wild's winter wolf coat?
You know, it feels identical. But that same lanolin softness, like a fabric softener.
I think we can do it.
How many do you think there are?
Could I say like a guesstimation of 5?
Yeah, guesstimation of 5 is good.
5.
Sounds doable.
That's about the numbers you're looking at, yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Well,
Especially with our new weapons.
yeah. Wild, you lead.
I'll lead.
And thus the party of 7 became a party of...
You've died in the wilderness.
You're traveling through snowdrifts, right? And they rise and they fall, and you go along ice rivers and up over cliffs and the edge of small glaciers. And you can put your tokens in anywhere up here in the top left-hand corner, any of that rough area, because you've been coming this direction and you hear the sound of animals snapping at each other, growling and biting. You know the way dogs fight with each other? They're kind of friendly, but they still snap and bite.
Yeah.
And and you're confident that somewhere on the other side of this snowdrift, which stands like 60 feet high, it's a fairly steep mound of snow that you're looking at. On the other side of this snowdrift, somewhere within the shade, you can hear the bickering of these brutal beasts, and there are countless footprints in the ground that lead up and over the hill, plus some specks of old blood, and the shredded remains of a Arctic hare skin, of a little rabbit skin that was torn to pieces and scattered through the drift.
I'll be right back. My dinner's just arrived. Just
See you
be
soon.
back in a second.
Lol.
All right, and so Aradel's gone, Prophet's gone.
No, I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
B for back.
B for back. No worries. Okay, so but all you're basically doing while these guys are gone is kind of meditating. Is that right?
Yeah, like that's why I put all that blue stuff around me, because he puts his arcane focus on the ground, and all these strands come off of it. And you manipulate like those to either to see the future or to directly manipulate it, like when he uses portent.
Your
Excellent.
arcane focus is the ball, right? The yarn ball?
Yeah, it's a gem in the shape of a yarn ball.
Oh, okay, yeah, big dope. Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So
And-
I guess I should just throw out
I'm back.
an Arcana check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not much.
It doesn't reveal a great deal. Yeah. So I'll have to look into that. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. So the winds of magic probably aren't strong enough for you to really predict. However, the omens are good. You seem to be on the right track. There's no while there is a gathering darkness, it's not darkening any faster than it should be. And you'd predict.
This is good then. I think we still have time.
It is. All right. So if we're all back, you're on the other side of a snow drift. That drift is about 50, 60 feet high. And on the other side of that snow drift, you can hear the sounds of large beasts snapping at each other. What are you going to do?
I'm not very sneaky.
I'm a
Neither
little
is
bit
Ra-
sneaky, but I don't like it.
Okay, well, how about you
We
stand at the
start.
top at
We should start by
yell?
going.
Stand at the
What?
top and
Yeah.
yell. I can do that,
yeah, and then they'll charge you, and we'll surprise them. We'll hit them. You might
and I'll
get
kill
hit.
them all before you can do anything.
Yeah, oh, you can do that too. Why am I talking like you?
It's infectious.
Lead the way.
All right. Well, Wild's gonna start heading up towards the top of the snowdrift.
All right. Make an athletics roll.
I'll be
And
following
Roz
like
would-
20 feet,
like to follow?
15, 20 feet behind.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Excellent.
15, 20 behind. Yep.
Perfect. You can both make athletics as well.
Oh, would I have any sort of like advantage because of feline agility as well to be able to get up here quicker?
Cool.
You can use your feline agility if you want to, but it won't be necessary anyway. For yourself and Roz aren't bogged down by this snow. It comes up to your knees, but you just trudge through it. Raskin, did you have snowshoes?
I probably was meant to. I probably wasn't there for the session that we got snowshoes.
Right. I just wasn't sure if you were the one who had them or not.
I was the only
No,
person that
Aradale
bought
got
snowshoes.
Ah,
Right.
alright, no, that.
Okay, cool. So, so while these guys are, forcing their way through the snow, it's weighing you down. This snow will be difficult terrain for you, but not for the others.
Yep.
All right, so you can start trudging your way through. It's not going to slow you down while we're out of combat anyway. It's just something to.
Stealthily too for Roz.
Excellent. So make some stealth rolls.
Wanting to keep up with Roz, I wouldn't be stealthy.
No, you wouldn't. Good point.
I want to be stealthy until I get to the top where I yell.
All right. Okay, so from your vantage point there at the top, Wild Gold, while the other pair are still climbing up, Roz doing fine, but Rascan struggling to keep up. You look down on 4 winter wolves who have their ears in the air and who are looking around. Their tails are straight out and they're sniffing the air as if they detect something is wrong, but they can't be sure what. They look up towards you and sniff the air and growl, but you don't think that they know you're there. If they do, it's only through scent. You're pretty sure that they didn't see you.
All right. Well, I'll wait for Roz and Raskan to be a little bit, closer and not struggling as much.
They sniff the air. They're concerned. They're curious, but they yap and snarl at each other, but they can't work out what's going on.
Right. Well, if we're ready, then I'll look down and give a thumbs up. Wait for a thumbs up from both of them back.
Then they start walking towards you. Perhaps they've heard Ruskin trudging through the snow as he struggles with it, but they growl and their tails lower as they start to stalk around or up. It looks like they're as ready for you as...
Wait,
Yeah,
these
so does
are like
Roz.
Smart Boy, like
I
giant wolves,
roar.
aren't they?
And the wolves howl. The answer is yeah, they are pretty small.
Oh, fuck me, these rolls, dude.
I can imagine like the 4 like these giant wolves just fighting over like one small like hair carcass.
They tore the head to pieces. Yeah, the hair is long gone. 3 of them charge up the hill, unperturbed by the deep snow. It perfectly adapted to running through snowdrifts like this. And the 4th rushes towards Roz. They use their great weight and strength to attempt to knock you down. In each case, they have advantage since they are tremendous pack hunters. So these are the 3 attacks on Wild Gold with advantage.
All 3 hit.
And you
remember
have to
the
make-
prophet saying not to do anything stupid.
Make 3 strength saving throws.
Oh, you're not raging, are you?
All right, at least you're standing. And this one is also an advantage on Roz as it tries to rip the ankles out from underneath.
Misses.
We're fighting now in the snow. It comes up to our knees and it splashes all around us like a salt spray of the sea. You're up on the top of a great snowdrift looking down into the valleys below.
He's just gonna smack this one with his flail. First attack. Ooh.
Devastating. The fire seems to fill the creature with terror.
That should be 8 damage, Stephen, because it's a magic weapon.
Oh, not a D6.
Plus 1. No, no, for the bludgeoning. It's another +1 because it's a magic weapon plus 1 to hit.
So all
and
I
the
did
damage
was add
rolls.
a great a +1 battle axe and then just renamed it. It's the easiest way. So then it adds the +1 to all the rolls already.
Oh, that would have been really nice.
4 and a 3. Or 5 and a 3.
Okay, cool. 8 and 8. The wolf seems to be terrified by the flame, but it's only a mild burn. And while it might be frightened out of its wits, it still fights to the death. This shall be a tough battle, Wild Gold.
All right. That damage was huge. He is pissed. He immediately frenzy rages and roars at the one in front of him, right in its face.
Reckless.
He reckless attacks twice.
Devastating
Sword
blows.
He is pretty correct. Pretty good. What's it? Naming conventions. Max damage on the fire both times. Jeez.
And
Yeah.
max damage on the second roll almost.
Yeah.
No, it is max
Not
damage on the
entirely
second roll.
max damage. on the
Entirely,
second
yeah. So a lot of damage.
36 points of damage.
That's what I said too.
40. Because of the +2s, because of your rage damage.
Although that was reckless, so they have advantage again on me.
They already had
advantage
advantage.
against you.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Devastating. Crushing. You almost knock the spirit out of the wolf with a single frenzied flurry of blows. But they outnumber you, and so you have not broken their spirit yet, Raskin.
Oh,
Real quick, Saxon, Shield of Faith, can that be upcast?
no.
No? Damn. Alright, that's fine. I'm just gonna Shield of Faith, Wild Gold.
Alright.
+2 AC, Tyler.
Thank you.
Still in action.
You're getting fucked in there.
Oh yeah, still got an action.
Oh shit. Let me read that. Okay, cool. Alright, I guess I'll help Roz out
Alright.
as a attack. Frostbite.
But it's not gonna be enough. The second one, however, is a biting wound. The cold seems to scatter off it like sand being thrown onto a statue, but you do see it bleed at least. This battle may be harder than we'd anticipated. The first wolf snaps back towards Raskan, but instead of biting him, it instead inhales deeply and summons a blast of frosty cold wind, which it delivers into both Raskan and Roz. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck me.
24 cold damage as it breathes
Wow.
all over you.
Hey, I have cold resistance too. So.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, you guys are well suited to fighting in this Beyond the Spine of the World, to be honest. It's a good party for that. However, Wild Gold is surrounded now, and they tug at his legs and his arms and his mane and his tail and try to draw and quarter him before our very eyes. Each with advantage. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, three strength saves.
With
Two
advantage as well.
hit. 15 doesn't hit anymore.
Oh, 15 doesn't hit. Oh, good
I have
because
16
of
AC now.
yeah, because of the shield. The shield is protects you.
Oh, I'm gonna make a con save.
And
Real
I've got
quick,
advantage on strength saves.
Real quick, that
'cause I'm
15
raging.
may hit, so I need to make a con save.
Oh, good. Yeah, make con save. Yeah.
So I succeed on both my saves.
Grady, what are you
It's all
rolling like tonight? Holy!
Oh, fuck me.
Alright.
That 15 hits.
15 hits as well.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Another
Fuck
strength save.
I
me.
mean, Winter Wolves are intelligent. They might
Beautiful.
keep you alive. You never.
They might.
So,
Holy shit.
22, 10, and 12. So 6, 5, and 11.
22 points of damage.
They're ripping your hide straight from your body.
Ah.
Hey, Raskan, really need you over the other one there, buddy.
Fuck.
This time Rose is going to hit this one over the head.
What were those rolls, dude?
Crunch.
and then follow-up attack on the head.
And oh, that might be close. I'll check that. It might not make it. Oh, just enough to break through.
Sweet.
Must be flame.
This thing dead yet?
No. 12 and 11 is 23. Okay. The creature is on fire and terrified because of it, yelping. It's terrified is the word.
Alright. Now that Roz has just pounded that one, he's going to go down on this one. Wait, no, that
won't do
misses.
it.
I didn't mean to roll that.
Yeah, no worries.
And then one more.
And enough to break through again. A lucky strike on the tip of the nose, and it causes the beast to yelp. To see its little nose set afire.
And that's it.
They are wounded. 3 of them are wounded, 1 unharmed. And Wild Gold, you're being torn from all sides.
Panting on one knee, supporting himself with the sword with 3 giant wolves above him. And then he gets a second wind from his frenzy rage. And he snaps back, roars again, stands up, attacks the first one that he hit. Reckless again. Once. Does it die?
It does not. It's a great hit, though.
Attacks it again. Again, reckless.
That hits. Oh, is that 8? That's 18, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 18.
-1 without that rage damage.
And
And,
then he'll hit.
so you only just barely kill it. It might as well still be snapping at you when it dies. What's that death look like to you from your angle?
I just cut it like clean through with a flash of flame. Cut it up the side. Just in a rage.
It falls to the ground and keeps breathing as its lifeblood pours out of it, and all it can do is watch on.
And then for my last attack, I'll hit the one there.
Alright.
Reckless again. 13?
Just
Did I hit?
barely enough. These 13s are paying off. 17, 19. Alright.
I'm back in just a second.
No worries. It's not a decisive blow, but having killed one of the wolves, the others are beginning to show some signs of fear. This wolf is heavily wounded, the other 2 are not.
I'm gonna. I don't know. I'll try and Shield of Faith Wild Gold again,
Alright.
and then attack this one, hoping to kill it. Your Shield of Faith it again, Tyler.
Again, so I have
Another +2. Well, not another +2, just +2.
just 16 again.
You miss it by an inch, carving off its whiskers.
Oh fuck me, dude! Oh my goodness!
Grady.
Oh, it's painful.
The
Yeah.
wolf tries to recover its breath, but does not. So instead, it simply snaps. Let's see. On a 1, it's a Dragonborn. On a 2, it's the Loxodon. All right, so it goes for Rascan
Oh,
and tries
ready
to
for a
knock him
failed
off his
con
feet.
save. Miss.
It is a miss because it doesn't have 5 feet. It should have gone for. Anyway, never mind. The other 3, however, the other 2, they just unleash their blast of cold air directly into Wild Gold. Make 2 dexterity saving throws.
You have advantage because you are raging.
Does it even matter?
I have danger sense, which is
Yeah,
dexterity.
advantage.
And I'm going to
Alright.
inspiration that first dexterity save, I think.
Go ahead.
21's better.
All right.
Take half of both of those, Tyler. He's still standing.
9 and 9.
I'm
18.
at minus 6 hit points.
So the first one you bear the brunt of, but the second one, it's imagine this. Imagine Wild Gold standing there in amongst the pain, and he's striking a pose. As the blast comes from one side, the blast comes from the other side, and then he snap freezes in a pose. Ah!
Swinging for that other one above me, just suddenly, right as it's about to hit, it's all just frozen.
Amazing.
He is dead, Roz.
Well, Rose doesn't have any potions, or anything.
I've got him. You focus on killing.
Roger. And Rose will just finish off this one, hopefully.
All right. Deliverance. Crunch. All right. What's that? 8 plus
7 plus 6.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
7
plus
plus
6.
6.
13. Yeah, 13. Yeah. All right. It's a stunning blow, and it causes the wolf to shake its head and to spit and to scratch its nose.
He'll hit it again.
Just enough. A lucky hit. You crack its skull open and it bleeds profusely and starts howling and barking. You think you knocked all sense out of it. It suffered permanent brain damage and will almost certainly die of its own accord within the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Not that that helps you much.
You fucking
Yeah.
monster.
Hold your turn for
Yeah, it's
24
Rose's
hours.
Wild go.
I make a death save.
That's correct.
Please. Shit.
Oh.
Wait, no, is that?
That's
success?
good. That's good.
That's hanging on. Just hanging on.
One success.
Rascan, it might be all over.
No, it fucking isn't. Gonna jump here, not leaving the attack.
Good call.
Walking through Roz.
Yeah, no, that's legal.
Pumping 20, climbing 20 hands all over Wild Gold.
Slime me.
All right.
You have 20 hit points.
But Wild
Ugh,
Gold's
whatever.
so delicious. How can they resist?
And then I'm gonna bonus action spiritual weapon here.
All right.
I haven't thought of what I want to make it yet. I'll just make it like a climber's pick,
All right.
and I'll make an attack with that.
Go ahead.
Hey!
Oh, finally.
I actually rolled like a hit. At what level? 2. 15 points of damage on that fella.
Your pick wedges into his skull and protrudes from it like a tumor.
Ugh.
Ah, Jesus.
It's not a tumor.
I mean, now it's brain damage. You're just bullying it.
Can't bully what's dead.
Frost breath. Come on, frost breath. No, and no. All they can do is ravage, and ravage they do. Wild Gold is theirs. They've tasted his blood, they've tasted his flesh, and they're not relinquishing him now. They have advantage on their attack.
That he
He's
does
not
he,
raging.
would he have Shield of Faith?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also they have advantage.
They have advantage.
23s.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
does-
23. Yeah.
Does that
What-
wait? Why does this one have advantage? Because wasn't it pack tactics?
Pack tactics.
Because you're on the ground and pack tactics both.
Ah, because I'm on the ground. Okay, yeah.
But also pack tactics. Yeah.
I thought that was
20
within.
points
Pack
exactly.
tactic.
I think it's like the enemy's within you, not within 5 feet of it, but within
Yeah.
5 feet of you.
Ah, okay.
I think that's how pack
Kind of like a
tactics works.
rogue.
So like, if
Yeah, I
someone's
thought it
like
was if
standing
you were in
here
5
with
feet
pack
of
tactics, they'll
ally.
still get it because you're.
Yeah.
Which are like,
Yeah.
so like, that's
Yeah,
why
I thought
kobolds are
it
pretty
meant
good.
like the wolves had to be side by side sort of thing.
One grabs you around the thigh and bites in deep. You get out a roar, but that roar is muffled as the other one clamps its fangs around your throat. You're on 0 hit points, which means you're not. Like
I'm
the
on
way
18.
I see that.
I mean, I'm on 2 hit points.
Are you? 8
No,
plus
I'm not.
12.
I'm dumb as fuck. Never mind.
Yeah, it's in my mind 0 is a point where you can't act, or you're that guy slumped up against the wall who all he can do is just watch as the scene unfolds before him. This wolf is biting your neck, and while your eyes are open, you're the deer on the savannah, and the lion has you in its grasp. Roz.
If Roz were to grapple this one and pick it up, is it downhill? Like down?
It is. Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
is?
It's quite steep too. It's about 45 degrees.
Yeah, we're going for a tumble.
Oh god,
I
leave
want
me
to
up
grab
here
him
with
and
the bad
bring him
roll.
down. And I want to have him like tight in my grip, so he's just gonna hopefully be knocked all around the place.
Beautiful. All right, make an athletics roll. Oh, the wolf is too strong, and this this ground is to its advantage. You wrestle with it, but you can't topple it backwards.
Bugger.
You have another attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
do I?
you
Can I do it again?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, each grapple check is a single attack. So you can make one attack and then one grapple or 2 grapples, etc.
I just want to, yeah.
But you're running out of strength, and he
Oh.
is not. Wild gold. Although one white winter wolf has been distracted, it was the one with its teeth around your thigh. One still has you. Its fangs are gripping your throat and crushing your larynx. Make a death save.
And, and then I just roll a death save.
That's the inside of his
But
brain.
no!
One failed.
Blood,
No,
is,
I'm
Death.
slipping!
blood is staining this pure white snow. Raskin, these 2 winter wolves don't look particularly wounded. It looks like they have enough strength left to rip their prey apart and get away with it, even after you've hammered them.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon here and attack this one, but I'm also gonna put 1 point of lay on hand into wild gold.
All right, he's back.
I need to savor these as much as I can.
It's just 1 point at a time.
Well, 20 I was like, oh, that'll get you going. That'll get you back in
Yeah.
the
Oh,
game.
perfect! I hate it!
It was a
But now that you're
It's so
fucked, I have to
unfortunate.
put 1 point at a time. Otherwise, that's all my healing. So, and then yeah, attack this one. All right.
yeah. Make your spiritual weapon attack. Crunch.
Where were these like 30 seconds ago?
All right. Well, this winter wolf is now wrestling with Roz, but it tries to rejuvenate its breath. This would be an excellent chance to use it, and it's back.
Mm.
Oh,
You two make dexterity saving throws as you are blasted with frigid energy.
fuck me.
At least it's half damage, right?
Yeah. Oh shit! Now I'm coughing.
Middling blow. The winter wolf reasons that that's a waste of time and probably won't attempt it again. This one, however, it knows what it wants. It wants wild gold.
Don't do it!
And so it bites him with advantage,
Son of a bitch, these guys are rolling very high!
takes him back out, and starts to drag him away. Grr, grr, grr. But it will take an action to pick him up. So it's trying to drag him away, but for now it's still wrestling with the corpse. All right, Raz.
Alright. Roz. Hmm. Sorry. Roz will move out of the attack range of this one, and he wants to hit this one twice.
Excellent. It snaps at you, trying to knock you to the ground. Make a strength saving throw. Shouldn't matter anyway, because you'll still have enough movement to get back up. Yeah. Nips at your heels, and you move into position. But
I'm
you're...
going to use my inspiration on that first one.
Alright, go ahead. Much better. You clip it across the head, and you are satisfied as you hear a crack as you splinter its skull. But the creature continues to fight, refusing to give up now.
Ugh, one more to fall.
Again. Alright, the creature is embattled. It wants to give up at this point. It seems that the battle is lost. It underestimated you after. Well, go.
Death save. Oh, that's more like it.
Hanging in there. Raskin.
Alright, 1 point of healing. I don't want him to get an unlucky nat one.
Slime
Shit.
me.
I give him a quick high five, and then spiritual weapon. This one.
Alright, it's pretty effective combination. Bam. Oh, okay, that's knocked the spirit out of the wolf. It doesn't want to be here anymore. That's enough. That's enough for me. The wolf takes a snap at Roz and then runs.
Hits.
Alright. Make a strength saving throw. Alright, you both have attacks of opportunity. In fact, all three of you do, with a wild gold's at disadvantage because he's prone. As the wolf flees. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're pretty good hits.
I'm so angry with how fucked up I've been that I managed to hit it.
You just chop its feet out like off from underneath it. It just becomes like a legless wolf.
10 damage from me.
Dead. The other one also sees that the game is up, and but does it have its cold blast left? One more cold blast. It does. For good measure. It lets off a single blast, trigger it at all of you, and then it attempts to
I think
flee.
you're going down again, Gold.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my goodness, the last one.
Oh, I fucking succeed! Yes, thank God.
All
Doesn't matter
right.
though, because as long as it's above a 1, I still
It's
go
above a
down.
1. Devastating.
Is that 11?
Yeah, which is halved again because you passed.
Oh yeah, 5. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And Wild is now unconscious again.
All right, and the wolf is attempting to run. Roz.
He's just gonna let it go.
All right, wild gold.
He might stable wild or something.
Beautiful.
I'm stabilized?
Sounds
I
like it.
think you'll attempt it.
Is that
It's
one
like a
HP?
DC 10?
Yeah, it's a DC 10. Yeah, healing check, wisdom.
I think
Medicine.
it's medicine on the sheet.
Yeah, medicine check, Stephen.
Yeah. What medicine? I usually call medicine healing by accident. All right, the bleeding is too
fuck.
much. He's already snapped frozen. It seems that he's too far gone. Wild gold.
Death save.
To just put him out of his misery.
You're
Oh,
hanging
11.
in there.
Thank God.
You're not going to the happy undergrounds today.
Fuck me.
Raskin.
Another
The wolf
shock
is
to the heart.
the wolf is getting away, Raskin.
Now I have two choices. I can command the wolf to sit and then do something with Wild Gold later. But I won't. One more
Alright.
point. And then I'm gonna walk 30 feet this way. Hopefully remain within range.
Not quite.
Oh, within range of when he is still run away. 60 feet.
Ah,
I
right.
want to be within 60 feet of him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he's doing that now because he bolts, but he moves at the speed of 80,
Ah,
like
Damn.
40 and 40.
Yeah,
So
these are big boys. They can run.
yeah, they run far. All right.
alright. Fucking what an adventure. Oh, you doing alright then there, Wild?
He just gives
You're lucky I
very
tagged
tentative
along.
thumbs up. Yeah, I am.
Oh, I'm nearly spent. Alright, what were we actually going to do with these? We're going to take them back to eat them, yes?
I just want to test my new weapon. But yeah, we can do that.
I mean, yeah, we'll do that because we're not just going to waste it.
Well, you cut him up. I think I'm gonna
Wild.
rest for a little bit.
What the hell was that? Huh? You went down so quick.
I had 3 of them on me.
3? I had
One.
1.
What the hell?
Ah. I thought you'd be stronger.
I thought I'd have help.
Well, I was helping. And
You
as
did
I
have
point,
help.
As I point to the dead one.
Well, I was just gonna lean back and try to recover for a little bit.
Take
Tend to
a
his
short rest, you
own
reckon?
wounds. Lick his wounds.
Are we able to take a short rest here?
Rolls will take a short rest too.
No, you
Roz
can't
and
run.
Roz and Raskin don't care. Like it's a chilly. You're having a rest on top of a frozen pile of ice, but for you guys it's fine. But poor Wild Gold, he just about goes hypothermic as he spends an hour in the cold snow.
Climb inside one of the dead wolves.
Yeah, good idea. The pelts are, of course, quite valuable.
$22, that'll do. That's exactly what I needed back then.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You're in a bad way, Wild Gold. You're so wounded. You're so injured that like you don't have blood to to heal you.
There we go. That's a little bit better. 10,
I rolled for 2 of the pelts and I got 1. So you guys can roll for 1 each.
25.
I'll roll for 1.
All right.
Only 1 fail. Cool.
Huh?
I failed 1.
Yeah, and then you got 1, and then Steven.
Yeah, only 1
which
failed.
Which one are we taking? Stevens or
No.
Tyler's?
So there's 4 wolves. 3 wolves. Yeah, never mind. I didn't realize. Yeah, I forgot there's. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
by
So
the way.
yeah, I didn't get 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So just 1 then.
2 pelts.
No, Stephen failed.
Steven failed at first.
Oh, DC 13. I see.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, we got 1 pelt at least.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get the meat as well because I mean rash. Oh wait, no, you don't want to eat predator. Never mind.
You got hundreds of pounds of wolf meat if you want, but it's not generally
Yeah.
advised.
Just want to head back.
After the short rest, I want to bury them a bit, if I can, just to, like.
In the snowdrift?
Yeah.
Yeah, too easy. They'll stay frozen for quite some time. Fresh and frozen.
Right, we just head back then, I guess.
I only just saw that hang in there meme then.
I thought I was dead there for sure.
Yeah, that you might be. The creative use of the lay on hands got you through.
I was really hoping in the start I was attacking the middle one because I wanted you to go to the top one to take a little bit of aggro off me.
This got fucking swamped. Yeah, not having damage resistance on that first round.
That fucked me up. It
Yeah.
was half my HP in one round.
So. Meanwhile, back in town. Jaraxis, you were getting up to something, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and stay away from Prophet, but while I'm doing this, but I'm gonna sit down somewhere I can be quiet and okay, and I'm gonna meditate and try to do some like searching through my magic to figure out, just to try and learn anything I can about my wild magic, just as
Oh
a
yeah.
character thing.
You might want to
because
be
he
aware.
doesn't
Yeah.
understand
He's
any of
pretty
it.
loud, and like the strands are pretty bright. So it's a lot distracting.
I moved the hell away from you. I don't want to be near you.
Burn.
Even if I had to make like an igloo away from him and then sit in it.
Goes all the trouble to make an igloo just to get away from the party
Just to
member.
get-
That's cold. Even for Bryn Shander, that's cold.
Yeah.
I mean, Prophet just has some unfortunate truths.
So
No.
Joseph just doesn't like it.
Make an Arcana check, Jaraxis, as you try to investigate the nature of this disjointed weave.
Arcana check, sorry.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you sense the way the winds of magic are blowing, and there is as much chaos as there has been already. There is even more chaos on the horizon. You can feel it brewing. You can't be sure whether it's somewhere far to the north, whether it's somewhere out in the depths of the sea, or whether it lies in the wilderness of the interior. You can't be sure, but there is more chaos to come. You can feel it in the tides of magic.
Okay.
Afternoon nap. You've been here for a while. It's getting a bit boring. How do you pass your time in an industrial town designed for gnomes and dwarves?
There's not much to steal, so probably just sleeping.
All right. Sleeping. It's cold. Where have you chosen to nap?
It's not cold in the towers.
Yeah, in the
cold.
tower, in the lounge, right beside the fire.
Perfect. The chicken settles on top of you, and when you wake up, you have an egg.
Ooh. Just pocket that.
A golden treasure.
Ultimate thief.
Some breakfast.
All right. Back in town, does anyone spend any time socializing with the locals? Not at all.
Well, if we come back and there's a hospital, Wild will regale them with the story of how he heroically defeated 12 Winterwolves by himself, and that's why he's so injured.
They're impressed. They've heard about you and your kind up there in Bryn Shander.
So
And-
what do you tell the party now?
Yeah.
It's like, what happened?
I mean, if there's a hospital or something like that, I would have gone there first.
Yeah, and they listen to your stories and they believe them too. They know you by reputation at your group at least, and apparently your group killed a bunch of frost giants. So taking out 12 winter wolves seems like the sort of heroic thing that you guys could get up to. They believe it.
Awesome. And do they charge me for any sort of healing or anything?
They do. It's 25 gold pieces. However, after you get the bill, you get the healing before you get the bill, so you can always do a runner. But after you get the bill, you get to talking to some of the nurses, and they say to you, "Look, when you guys turned up in town, we assumed that you were going into the Underdark."
Wait, what? How would we get to the Underdark from here?
There are the mines beneath Hundlestone lead deep, deep, deep down into the Underdark. There are meant to be trails that lead all the way to Menzoberranzan and the Dark Lake and beyond, from what I've heard. But I'm not the person to ask. There are many of the adventurers who live here, many of the professional mercenaries, wizards and warriors and all, are here to strike their fortune in the Underdark.
Interesting. Well, I don't think we really care about the Underdark at the moment. More just, going out and killing hundreds of frost giants at a time and, regular stuff for us. Us, adventurers, mainly me. Anyway, I still need some healing, so could you touch me up a little bit?
So soft, but so strong, she says about your biceps, and she heals you.
Thank you, I guess.
Thank you, I guess. All right. And so yeah, you get your healing, and by the time the next day rocks around, everyone's fine again. You've had your professional intervention. You've had the rest that you needed, and you're ready to set off on the road again.
Yeah, because like overnight, like how much do you tell? Because I guess Prophet will go to Raskan and ask him to tell him what happened. Like, does he say truthfully, exactly what happened?
I will tell him
How
some of
often
the
come back?
truth. I don't come back too bad because I had a short rest, so
But you didn't
I'm
come back
full
too bad.
health. But yeah, well, we just found a little pack of winter wolves, took care of them, and yeah, got a pelt, and off we went. Nothing happened. Went off without a
Bought a
hitch.
pack and got one pelt.
Well, we were
So
a bit
nothing happened.
rusty.
That's a lie. Can I insight that?
There you go. Ahead.
Warm ale.
Your old deception.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, make a deception check.
Son of a
He
bitch.
seems to be hiding.
He's staring you down.
He's downplaying what happened. Yeah.
He has respect
mean-
for Wild Gold. He'll go and ask him.
Oh,
Oh, you'll come and ask me?
Yeah, you.
you
see-
hear
proved
it. You
yourself
hear a
against
sigh.
the
You
odds of
hear a
Frost
sigh
Giant.
of relief. You hear a sigh of relief when he's gone.
You
Wild
asked the same
Gold's-
thing to me? What happened?
He's covered in bandages. He's got all these fresh bandages that are wrapping him up around his waist and his arms, his legs, throat.
Did these winter wolves do this to you?
Yeah, there was 100 of them.
100.
Maybe closer to 200, I don't know. I'm not very good at counting.
I'm pretty sure we found the Winterwolf convention.
But here's the thing:
Packs
the other
full
two are
of-
uninjured, and Wild Gold's very injured. So this means, but I know he's a good fighter. So this means he must have done the brunt of the fighting and protected them.
Fair.
That is true, yeah.
As
I took on
Roz comes up.
199, the other two took on 1.
So I'll just
Yeah,
go
Ross comes up next to Wild, completely unscathed, kinda.
yeah, he'll just
Sealing
turn around.
up.
If Raskan is looking, I'll hand you 22 gold and say thanks for protecting him.
Oh, really? Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Raskan's just glad he's not getting
And-
all the attention.
He says, I'm pretty sure I can't use this, and gives you the Pearl of Power that can only be used in those ruins.
Much appreciated. He'll put that in his pouch.
Excellent.
Oh, I also want to see if I can sell the glowing blue crystals worth money that Wild Gold doesn't know about at the moment. 125 gold pieces. Can I sell them
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, they'll take it and they'll pay the full value for him.
Alright, I have 8 left. one to Aradel. Oh, 1,000 gold. Fuck yeah. Okay.
You're on top of the world in Hundlestone, one of the highest elevations towns in all of Forgotten Realms.
I would like to cast my sending spell
Okay.
to Harsh Nag.
Alright.
I can say 25 words. What do I say?
Hey man,
I'll
what's going on?
say.
Can you only betray your race for us? Thank you.
Pardon?
Can you like betray your entire race for us? Thank you. Just a
Your
small thing.
gods as well, yeah. Your race and your gods.
No, I'll say. Greetings, Harshnag. Nerd here. In Hundlestone, frost giants. Attacking
Siege.
Bryn Shander in search of
Ring.
artifact
ring.
ring. I still have like 10 words, yeah? I think I counted right. Need guide or location of frost giant hold atop spine, and that's everything I think. And he can reply in 25 words or less.
Alright. Currently traveling. Wide ranging. Not sure if I go east or west. Can meet you either in Waterdeep or Everlund.
Do I know where Everlund is? Oh, it's near Silvery Moon. I'll say to I'll say to everyone else. Harshnag says he can meet us at Everlund or Waterdeep.
Did you speak your message out loud as you were sending it?
I think. Do I? I think. Let me read it real quick to see if it is out loud. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature. Here's the message in its mind, recognizing you as a sender if it knows you. Spell enables the creature. I guess it doesn't say that only the target hears it, and I guess I say it out loud. I guess, and then it just hears it in its mind, or is it just mental? I'll ping it, and you can decide.
I reckon it'd just be
If
mental.
if it's like telepathy, or if it's I say it out loud, then the words.
I
are
imagine you
delivered.
like send it like into like the astral space, and there's like postman waiting to deliver it
Yeah.
really quickly.
Yeah. The casting time is one action, so I can.
Yeah.
But like, you can send, but it's like 25 words.
Yeah. So yeah,
really
yeah.
fast.
Probably not. You probably because it only takes one round. That's a lot of words for one round. But anyway,
Yeah.
So the short answer is no. But he would probably tell you what he said anyway.
Yeah. I tell you what I say.
So you told a giant where we were, the biggest threat to their cause.
Harshnag, he's a grey cloak of Waterdeep.
He formed the Grey Cloaks.
He's a founding member. He didn't
We still
just
need to be
straight up
cautious.
form.
He is a giant.
I say we go to Waterdeep. We need to go there anyway to get some rewards. So
Yeah,
But-
Waterdeep.
Evelyn's closer to the spine of the world if we're intending to come back.
And we could also go to Mithril Hall along the way.
I would prefer to go to Everlund. I just don't like Waterdeep.
Hmm.
Everyone just looks at me.
You're very obvious.
Mm.
Well, I'd prefer to go to Everlund. It's near Silvery Moon.
It is
It's-
closer
we-
as well.
and we'll pass by Mirabar.
decided. Let's go to Everland.
Everland by way of Mirabar or Everland by way of Neverwinter?
Mirabar, I reckon.
Mirabai, yeah.
Cool, yeah.
Not because it's shorter, but
Because we've, gone that way already. I want to do this stuff. I want to go to Mithril Hall as well, because we have the friends in Mithril Hall, and we could, maybe talk to the Queen for the cause.
I like your one better, Saxon.
Yartar. We could do the really cool and fun thing, which is cross the Evermoors.
Probably do like a more accurate one as well then.
Welcome to Trolltown. Goes through Evermoors. Is it still, like, completely troll infested, or is that before the Spell Plague?
We don't know because since the spell plague, reset everything to some degree, most likely, but there hasn't been a lot of adventurers to find out. This the Savage North is so wild in this current era. It's a dangerous territory, and people doing what you're doing, just randomly wandering through the wilderness, is not very common.
We
They're
shall
be
about
the
the same,
ones to
and
get-
Mirabat has more potential allies, I guess.
Yeah, and then we could go over to Mithril Hall while we're there.
And being in Alaska, we might run into like some awkward meetings. Like, you have my ring yet? No.
Oh yeah. Well, if we can get Harshnag to bring us to the spine of the world. No, to bring us to Jarl. Should I message him again?
He said 2 locations. We need to give him 1.
Yes. Well, I guess I will cast sending again. How long was it? 800 miles ish.
yeah.
How many days of travel is 800 miles roughly?
30 miles a day. That's like a month. That's
He doesn't know if
No.
he'll go east or west, so he is probably somewhere near Yata, or somewhere down here, or maybe around here.
Send him another message, say to go
East
Everland.
or west? Yeah, well, I have to. Either way, he's very far away. So how long was it? About a month? Did you
about a
say?
month, yeah, if you walk every day.
Yeah. Well, we have a cart too, so that might speed us up.
Might slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How do you spell the giant's name?
How do we know Harshnag?
And how do you spell it?
Harshnag.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
Harshnag.
yeah.
It's a cool
What
name.
Prophet does.
It's the prophet.
The Prophet Harshnag. Harshnag is the Prophet.
Now we know. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Harshnag the
he has
Prophet.
he's using like a dragon skull as a helmet, right?
Yeah, he does.
That's pretty
yeah.
sick.
That's
He's
metal.
got bagpipes. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and yeah, he's an interesting character.
Pretty cool is the least of the words you can say. He doesn't want to be a frost giant. Anyway, yeah, I'll cast ascending again.
Oh, he's got white guilt.
He's got white guilt.
Yeah,
Oh, is that why?
he hates frost giants. Yeah.
Oh, he does. I didn't know that.
No, not particularly, but he does identify with the smaller races, which is why he teamed up with Force Grey. Frost giants are horrible people in general. They're very violent. They're warlike. They're uncaring. They're cold. But Harshnag's a party animal.
Like how the English saw the Vikings.
Yeah, that's right. So Harshnag's like the Ragnar. He's the good Viking, not the
Or the Leif Erikson.
Yeah. He's not one of the bloodthirsty ones.
Yeah, actually, no, Leif Erikson was kind of bloodthirsty at first, wasn't he? Anyway, yeah, I'll cast sending again and say, we'll meet you in Everland in about 1 month. Traveling from Hundlestone through
Great.
Mirabar and Tribor.
Great. Bring your warm weather gear. We might be heading north.
Warm?
Cold weather, you know. You know what I mean.
It's Harshnag. I don't expect Harshnag to be, you know,
You're not a scholar.
he's not a scummer. Well,
I recommend going to Kathmandu. They're having a sale right now.
thanks, Harshnag. Do you have a coupon?
Now he's sponsored though, so he gets money you can spend. If you like reference him.
That's it. You go in there and there's like he's the better boy. And there's all posters of Harshnag.
Follow
climbing
this
mountains.
link, $5 off, and it'll help me.
That's it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Turn the bell on the notification.
Precisely.
Alright. Go to lootbox.com / Anyway,
Extra trinkets.
let's get going then.
All right.
Unless we need anything more from here. Oh, we tell Thwip we're going. Oh, can I ask him if he needs any sort of message sent via the Harper Trail?
He can't think of anyone, but he'll contact Jaraxxus with his own sending stone if he needs to pass on information.
All right. Can I ask him like, can I get details on who, if there's anyone in Everland or Silvery Moon that's Harper?
Yeah. He passes on the information, which I don't have at hand. But
that
there
will
are-
occur when we get there.
Yeah, there are definitely contacts there, particularly in a place like Silver Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Harper headquarters.
Cool, yeah.
Afternoon nap. How do you feel learning that we're not going to Waterdeep after all?
Is there any decent towns on the way? Because that's what I'm just looking for. Decent
There's
towns.
Mirabar, the capital of the dwarves, and then the Silver Moon, like a big. Is it? It's like an elf city, isn't it?
Sort
It's
of. Yeah.
Elves and humans.
Ooh,
Yeah.
elves. I could buy tons of awesome elven gear. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. There's no doubt about it.
The-
Silvery Moon models itself on Mithranor, which is widely
Yeah.
regarded as the greatest city that was ever built.
It's one of the last, like, it was like the last location that the elves like retreated to, right?
Something
After,
like that.
After something big happened.
Yeah, something
Or was
like that.
High Moon? One of the two. I'm
yeah.
from High Moon, which is all races are welcome. Sort
I mean,
of.
elves
almost.
might have an appreciation for the gems you have.
Yeah, that's all I'm looking for is a place to unload the gems.
Perfect. Yeah. You could even do that at Luskan, which we're coming up to first. Luskan is a notorious town, where it used to just be nothing more than a pirate hideout ruled by unscrupulous wizards. But over the centuries, it's grown into a mercantile powerhouse. Although it's never shaken its reputation as a house of ill repute. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we're like minor celebrities there.
Fuck yeah.
Only a couple of us, right?
Couple of
Indie
them.
rock stars.
That's right. We're members of the. Actually, we're not even celebrities. We're members of the government. Yeah, a couple of us are members of Luskan's government.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The discounts
With
must
no
be
oath
insane.
of loyalty or allegiance.
Yeah. Hopefully the discounts are insane, because either the discounts are insane or the majors are. I'm not sure which one.
Both.
I'm good with that then. I just want to try to get a few items.
Beautiful. Afternoon nap. Roll D100, please.
11.
Alright, I don't know what happened. Okay.
That's the first low one we've had in this campaign.
Mm.
Uh,
Ooh. Better. That's going to be me all the time, though. Don't worry about that.
It's nice. We keep getting the high rolling ones.
so we head off from Hundlestone. And we know our destination, and we know it's going to take a long time to get there. The slope is steep, but at least it's going down now. Every step we take, we get closer to the warm lands, closer to the cities. But days come and days go. It's still difficult and harsh traveling. The conditions are not good. Do we have a particular marching order, or do we feel safe enough to just walk as a kind of conglomerate hanging around the wagon?
I
think
would
we'd-
say Wild would be at the front.
I was about to say I'll be on the point with the stag or at the back with my mount.
Well, I'll be just behind him if he's at point with Stag then. Like, I'll be following him up.
And is everyone without mounts just on the cart then? Or are we going at walking speed?
Yeah, walking speed, yeah.
Okay, so then he'll be walking by the stag then?
Excellent.
Drax would probably just sit anywhere that's somewhat distant from Prophet.
And Roz will just be at the back.
Drax sit with Roz.
Somewhere I reckon.
Be like
Draw a
beside the
map.
cart.
Perfect. With this formation that you've got going, both protective, defensive, and also loose at the same time, no one of you is alerted to what's up ahead before the others. You kind of all see it at roughly the same time. You see that there's been an avalanche along the road. You're traveling along the edge of a mountain pass at the point where you are right now. You're kind of very high. There's a drop of about feet. Cut into the side of a cliff, a cutting. Only there's been an avalanche up ahead. It's unseasonal. Normally, avalanches happen as the snow melts, but whatever reason, the snow has poured down, blocking the path up ahead. As you get closer, however, you see it's not just snow; it's also boulders, also rocks, and when you're within a handful of 100 feet away from this thing, when you're about 400 or 500 feet away from the site, you can see that there's someone buried within the stone and snow, and they must have been here for a considerable amount of time. You didn't see any avalanche, you didn't hear any avalanche. It must have fallen at least a day ago, and this guy has presumably been pinned here that whole fucking time.
I don't like this. It's an
Another
ambush.
dwarf on a mining expedition.
It's like a trap.
Wild will run up to him as fast as possible, like even using feline agility.
All right, you get within 30 feet almost instantly.
I'm just trying to go help him.
Okay, make a perception check. You can see now that this guy was bashed to the extreme. Someone's made massive work of him. It looks like he's been almost chopped to pieces, but it was the bashing that's done all the damage. Over the cliff down there in the ravine is the corpse of a frost giant, but this man here is pinned. He can't move. Half of his body is buried underneath massive boulders, and when he sees you coming up, you can smell the death on him. The guy already stinks like life has rotted out of him. He's a half elf, and he's dressed in relatively good quality studded leather with relatively good quality weapons and bows. The bow, however, is smashed. He reaches out towards a small water skin. Friend, he says to White Wild Gold, my kingdom for a drink.
I'll grab his water skin, give it to him, and try to move the boulders.
What
Oh,
about the rest
wow.
of you? All right.
I mean, can we talk to him?
Well, Wild Gold raced ahead, but you were able to, jog after him.
Not as quickly.
But not as quickly. That's right. So by the time you get there, Wild Gold's probably already starting to
Did we
heave
hear
and
the
huff.
comment about the kingdom?
Yeah.
When Wild Gold charges, I'll probably charge after him on
It's like, you say your
my elk.
kingdom's like, are you a prince? Okay.
I'm the prince of this pass. I'll give you everything I own.
Ooh.
No, I-
If we keep you alive, will you? Could we have a favor from a prince?
I'm not really a prince, he says. It was a joke, and I'm no use to you anyway. All I wish for is a quick death. Give me my death, and be on your way.
I kill Winston for 10.
You cure his wounds, but he's still trapped underneath rock.
And I'll also insight him for like, is he like bait or something, or is he like actually like? Can I medicine check actually? And like, is he like
I think
full
you might
on
actually be dying.
destroyed?
Yeah, make an insight check, yeah.
Oh, insight check. Without the.
Oh, medicine's good
sorry.
too. Yeah, they're both good. The wounds are genuine. He looks like he has been hit with an axe of phenomenal size, although only once. Most of the damage was done by someone throwing boulders. And the insight tells you that this guy's fucked. Like he's clearly given up on life. But give me a drink for Pete's sake.
It's gonna, like, how much are we going to keep this guy alive?
Surely we can save him.
Guess I'll
Should I prepare a warm
help.
shelter?
Kill me. Just give me wine and kill me.
I can just get you out of there.
Look, I think he's pretty fucked. Like when he gets out, he's not going to be much use. If he just wants a quick death, let's be done with it. Poor man's dying.
And
My
he
arm
may
is mangled, and my leg is worse. I won't be any use to anyone except
you-
as a beggar.
If you know this past, you'll be useful to the cause. Your knowledge is invaluable.
Wild
Make a
puts his
persuasion
blade.
roll.
Oh.
Yeah, keep going, Wild, but you make a persuasion roll, Prophet.
Wild puts his blade to his throat and
I'll
asks,
give
"Do you
myself a
want me to
19.
kill you?"
All right. And what you'll do? What? Sorry, Wild Gold.
Put my blade, like my great sword, just against his throat and ask, "Do you want me to kill you?"
He looks over at the Prophet
It's total
and
24
says
on
to
persuasion.
you, I know these passes well enough.
Then you can still be of use. The darkness is coming, and all help is needed to save the well.
He looks over at his mangled arm, still buried underneath the rock. And he says, perhaps you can tie me up to a tree and I'll be a signpost.
Or we could take you to a settlement, and you can provide your knowledge to all.
Can any form of healing fix that?
I guess
Healing, no. There are spells, though.
like restoration. Like
Yeah.
that's
Not
greater.
really. Yeah.
Greater restoration.
Don't have that one yet. Sorry, Chief. I can remove curses from him.
Can you summon wine?
I think we have one, don't we?
Yeah, does someone? I don't have any alcohol anymore. All
He
mine's
points
been either
towards
given-
his flask.
I gave
Okay.
that to him at the start. I
Oh,
wanted
you
to
did?
give that to him.
Excellent. So yeah, he's sectioning his throat. Sorry, I didn't recognize that. He's he finishes it off perhaps a little too quickly anyway.
I offer my cask of honey mid.
He delights in it. Well, are we just gonna lie around all day then?
Yeah, the rest of you work on digging him out. I'll build some shelter.
I'll try to lift boulders with Roz, I guess.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll just do a single, one clean strike. One quick clean blow is the word of.
Yeah. All right. You make your attack roll while either
I thought we were
rolls.
digging him out.
Oh,
Is
what
that-
were we?
Yeah, we're digging him out. That's what we came to. That's why
Oh.
I was going to lift it. Otherwise, I was just going to
Oh, I
chop his head off with my sword.
I thought he
we're
was being
digging him out.
sarcastic. I thought he was being sarcastic. Strap me up a signpost. Like that
Well,
sounded
that bit
pretty
was
like
sarcastic,
yeah.
but
Well, did he answer my question when I had my blade against him? Like,
like you
does
looked
he
at
want to be
me
killed
and I was
still?
very persuasive.
Exactly. He didn't answer your question because rather he sort of just answered the prophet's instead, or at least answered the prophet's comment. In the what it was as yeah, it was yeah the prophet convincing him to live.
Okay. So yeah, we're digging him out then, and
Ah,
hunting balls
cool.
off him.
Well,
Alright.
Draxus will kind of push everyone, kind of go towards the front. Yeah, all right, just stand back. If we try and dig him out, more boulders could crush him. I'll just teleport him out of here. Give me some room, and kind of pushes everyone about how far away? 15 feet away from him, so that they don't caught up in the damage. And then kind of, you ready? He says to the guy.
Sure.
And he grabs onto his shoulder and casts Thunder Step. Ignore the damage. It's just
Yeah.
well, I guess it damaged the boulders, but that's about
Yeah, it would knock the boulders off and potentially trigger another avalanche. But let's say it doesn't. No, the boulders roll off the hill, and he lets out a scream of pain as he's released, and there is blood starts pouring out from his mangled arm. Ah! He says, moaning as he looks down at the arm and the leg, which now have fresh blood coming out of them.
I'll lay on hands. 15 into him.
And he passes out from the pain. You've saved his life nonetheless. So you have this guy now, one arm, one leg. You've cleared the passage. What are you going to do with the guy? He's
Wild wants to
comatose.
check his things because
In about
he said
10 minutes we have
kingdom
the
for a
tower, too.
drink.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you find a flask of whiskey and also an adventurer's pack or explorer's pack, actually.
I don't
Yeah,
want
you
any
also
of that. You can
find-
keep it.
You also find a harper pin.
Oh. I'll show that to Aradel and Jaraxxus.
So you're saying, in other words, if we save him, that Harper's ours?
I'm not saying that, but it does sound accurate.
Sorry, I must
Well-
have cut out there for a little bit. What were you showing me?
Harper pin. He had a harper pin.
Oh, okay.
I showed you and
Did I?
Aradel.
Was I given one yet?
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah, you've also got a sending stone from Twit in the week you weren't here.
Does anyone actually know how to deal with this guy's wounds apart from healing him? Because the best thing to do would be to amputate him and then heal him. Anyone with a blade, I got a flail, I cannot do it.
It ain't gonna be clean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Wild,
We
yours
should wait
yours
for
is
him to wake
flaming.
up before he cut his arms and legs off.
Yeah.
Only the mangled ones. They're literally no use. I'm assuming they're like crushed and
Yeah.
But
even
magic?
if you heal that, what magic do you know of that can fix an arm like that, Wild?
Aradel! Saxon? Yeah? Saxon?
Nothing that I have just yet.
But do you know of a spell?
Would Greater Restoration work?
It does. It regenerates limbs. Yeah.
Oh, it fully
Yes.
regenerates them?
I'm pretty sure it does. Brings back eyes and stuff. I might have a look at it, but that's what I think Greater Restoration does.
Oh, okay, I thought you needed the limbs for it. Well, if you don't need the limbs for it, then yeah, just cut them off.
Opens cleric spells.
I just go.
He'll tell us.
Jeez.
Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe there is a. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it's a different
I-
spell.
I think you're
Again.
thinking of it's like regeneration. It's like an 8th level spell.
Right, is it
7th level
regeneration
spell.
that does it? Right.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I thought that Greater Restoration gave you your eyes back, for example, and stuff.
It ends in effect, one curse of attunement, any reduction to one ability score, or other effects reducing hit point maximum.
Right. Yeah, then I don't. There's definitely a spell that regenerates limbs, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it is only regeneration.
Yeah,
Hmm.
regenerate is a 7th level spell.
Yeah.
Bards, clerics, and druids get it.
Oh, there you go.
You can also use wish.
Yeah, well, it's quite a powerful
Seriously.
spell.
If this guy lives and we fix him and he lives somewhere, he won't be of much use because he won't even be able to walk. His knowledge will be valuable to whom? And for how long?
To all, not all of our allies come from the north. It will be of use to all who come from around Waterdeep.
And also, we can't just kill him now. He wants to live now. That's murder.
That's true. But... You gonna
I'll wait
amputate
for him to wake up before I cut his arm and leg off as well. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna cut his arm and leg off.
Whoa!
You should do it while he's asleep so he feels no. Oh, he'd probably pass out again.
Yeah, from pain though.
Yeah.
We don't have any anesthetics or anything.
Alright.
Good old-fashioned punch to the head.
Alright, well, I'm gonna cut his arm off in one clean strike. If I can.
Make
Do I
an
have to
attack roll. Yeah, with
Oh, okay.
advantage. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, with the flame sword, would it
Cauterize it immediately.
Cauterize it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah.
Hey, good thing you did that.
That's the arm gone.
Yeah. So he wakes up and like starts screaming, but it's a clean blow and seared.
Performing surgery on a knocked out man.
He's now
Good thing-
flailing around on the ground in agony.
Like,
I
with the magical
give-
blade, like, could you like walk with it, like limp? Like you healed it, or is it completely like?
No, it's pretty. It's like off at the above the knee.
I'll give
Yeah.
him a I'll give him like something to bite down on.
Make a persuasion roll or something to just so that he's not hysterical.
I'm not very good at that one, so let me just go ahead. Hey, I rolled pretty good.
He agrees. He bites down and closes his eyes, so you have advantage on the next attack too.
Cut his leg off.
Bam! It is done. And he sighs and he breathes and he rolls his eyes back and he's gone again.
I'll give him I'll just like bandage up his legs
Yeah.
and
What about some peg legs like the old pirates and some peg arms?
Big
Yeah.
arms.
What is he in a half
Rozzle-
elf?
It's only one leg
Yeah.
and one arm at least. Like, it's not both.
We could turn him into a
Um,
chair, just chop the other leg, another arm off, more peg legs, mobile chair.
Oh god.
I like the way you think.
If there's any big sticks that could be used for a crutch for him,
Yeah.
we'll just grab that.
Yeah. It takes a while for you to find one, but you dedicate your time and you do.
Cast another heal on him while he's resting, and we'll just put him in the back of in the wagon, right?
Yeah.
On a bedroll.
Oh, wasn't the tower up?
Oh,
Didn't you
we
put
got
the
a
tower
tower.
up, Prophet?
We put
Got
a
a
tower up
tower?
just to put him in to warm him up.
Done.
Yeah, yeah.
Done.
And I'll put his pen back in his bag. I'm not gonna steal from him. Well,
The Roth seems to be very concerned.
I'm gonna go to the Roth and hopefully get an apple off of Roz. Roz, can I borrow an apple?
You sure.
And I'll feed the Roth an apple and try to
$10.
calm it down in a little bit.
The Roth doesn't have any appetite, but it goes and gives the apple to the donkey.
Alright.
Donkey? No, we have a.
Ass?
Ox.
You?
Do we
The
have?
ox?
We have an
Ox.
ox.
We have an elk.
It's an ox, yeah. A burrow. It goes and gives the apple to burrow.
Roz wants to go over to where the avalanche is. You said there was
Yeah.
a dead frost giant?
Yeah, it's 300 feet down the bottom there.
Huh. Do we want? There'd be a head still on it, right?
Yeah, it's head still on the shoulders. That's right.
You found it.
Bounty. I'll try to help him get this head.
I will make my way down as well.
Oh, it's pretty steep.
Yeah,
Oh,
Raw's
don't-
just gonna let the cats
Climbing
do it.
boys.
The cat's got a climb speed, so he'll be fine.
I've
Rest of
also
you?
got second story work.
Brilliant. You were made for this sort of job.
And I'll stand on the edge of the cliff and just watch. Because I've got another portent I could use, and there's no range limit.
I want to make it down to the bottom really quick.
You do. It's not really a problem. Now that you're down the bottom, you can, Stephen, you can roll a percentile D100.
Steven?
Yeah, Roz, if you're there, you can roll a D100.
There we go, sorry.
Excellent. No worries at all. No worries at all. That's cool. Okay, cool. So as you make a perception check, afternoon nap, as you start descending this massive gorge, or not a gorge, a cliff face. As you know, we're somewhere around about here, so you're going back to that route. All right, you're blissfully unaware. There you are, down on the ground. Frost giant looked like he was killed by a broken neck. He certainly took he took a few injuries, a short sword and axe blows, but they were only small weapons, and a death by 1,000 cuts wasn't what killed him. He must have lost his footing somehow and come crashing down here and died from a broken neck. There you are, the Frost giant. He's still got his armor on. He's got scale mail. A helmet that has scattered and has landed a few feet away, his axe, and a massive bag, a massive sack.
Ooh, I'm going to make my way towards the sack.
All right. Roll
Get
a
between
D-
his legs.
Roll 2d4. Now roll D100 5 times. Okay, starting with a 2. You find a hand axe blade, like we might use basically it's a chopper, the sort of thing that a very primitive knife, a blade without a handle. So there's a hand axe blade. There's a wooden door that has some iron hinges. You find a skinning knife, a giant-sized skinning knife, a huge skinning knife, a cauldron, which has a lid that looks like a kettle. It's a kettle that weighs about 50 pounds or more. And finally, tucked up in its bag was a shabby wool cloak, but obviously it was too warm in these southern climates for the Frost giant, and so he put his cloak away and stuffed it in his bag.
All very large items. Guess I'd just say it to the person who came with me, that it's all there. It's
Who
all a
came
bit
with?
for me
It
to
was
carry.
me. I was just making my way down, but I'm slower than him.
Because, but you've got climb speed as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Feline.
make it-
or cat's claws.
Yeah, so you can make a perception check too.
Alright. There. 22.
Beautiful. So from your vantage point, you can clearly see an 8-legged lizard begin to shake off the snow. It was sleeping in a snowdrift, and this spiky 8-legged lizard pops up and begins almost sliding through the snow the way a crocodile might swim.
Doesn't look like-
through water.
Doesn't look like the thing we saw in the cave, the Morehouse.
Only vaguely.
Vaguely.
It's much more fatter and kind of like it's got a toad-like body, fat
Rip.
and without a neck.
It's like a carrion crawler.
Mm,
It's a big lizard of some
Okay.
sort.
mm.
I'm gonna yell out to Nap that it's there and to get the fuck out of there.
How big is it?
About 8 feet long. Now make a perception check. The creature's trying to hide. And it stalks you. Alright, let's see. Its dexterity's not great, but it does have the advantage here, so let's see. Yeah, you can't see it. It's nowhere to be seen. From you got the great vantage point, Wild Gold, from up above. You can look straight down above the bird's eye view, but the thing's only 120 feet away from Nap, and it's closing in.
Is there like a loose rock or something I can try to rip out of the cliff and throw at it?
Yeah, make an intimidate check. All right. Let's see. No, that's agitated it. It rushes, and though it's not very fast, it rushes with all the speed it's got. So it's currently 80 feet away from Afternoon Nap. And Wild Gold, you're probably about 100 feet above, still scaling down the cliff. The creature is rushing towards you, Afternoon Nap. You've seen it now. It bursts out of the snowbank. It's quite slow, and if you wish, then you could probably just climb back up the cliff face and get away from it. You are that fast, and it is still a fair distance away.
Gonna be like a scared cat. I'm going to use feline agility and bonus action dodge, and just dodge twice. Feline agility
dash?
and up the mountain. Yeah,
Beautiful.
dash twice. Dash twice up the mountain.
You scramble up the mountain like a bullet. And this creature, slowly, when you're gone, it roars at you. It's a bit angry, but it goes over to the frost giant's body and starts gnawing on it. You guys are now, yeah. You make it all the way up to the top if you want.
Wild does as well. He also climbs back up, and he asks Roz if he knows what it is. If he can see it, he try to point it out and everything.
Be disadvantage on any nature check from this distance.
Roz?
Not
There
my
we
strongest
go.
suit.
Yeah, if you were closer, maybe, but you don't know. Some sort of ice lizard. There's not a lot of reptiles that live this far north, so it must be some sort of giant lizard that's well adapted to the cold. But what type? You've got no idea.
I'm gonna
Roz will say
go find.
why, and he'll just be like, yeah, it's just a big lizard.
Aradale worships the god of knowledge. Maybe she would. Maybe
Yeah, I was
Really,
gonna go
really?
find Aradel because he's the smartest person that Wild knows.
Indeed.
And ask him if he knows what it isn't pointed out as well.
Disadvantage from this distance.
I guess I stopped like bandaging or getting the other guy comfortable in the wagon.
Hmm.
What check
Tower.
is it? History, nature.
Nature. Yeah.
Cool. No,
No.
I don't think I know of any.
Alright. I really wanted that bounty too.
Nothing's stopping you from going down there and fighting it.
You're damn right there's not. I'm going down.
You go down.
I give him guidance.
Do you want? Oh, I'm probably not near.
I guess I go to the edge and look down while he's going down as well.
Now,
you guys are,
come too.
you're 300 feet above.
Oh, we're going back
300.
down to fight it.
Yep.
I guess he can tank everything, so I'll climb down after him, but making sure he's in front of me, so he can be
Excellent.
the tank.
Beautiful. Do you want to go all the way down, Nap, or do you want to find like a ledge that you can perch from above?
I'll go all the way down. I'll use my sword today.
Perfect. All right, I'll put the giant's body, like it's eaten the body down here, and if you just want to just give a rough representation of where you are, yeah. So how far away do you land? Do you land like 40 feet away, 100 feet away?
I'd like to go like 40 feet away, and as soon as I land, I would like to like frenzy rage and rush it, try to catch it off
Alright.
guard.
All right. Well, it knows that you're there, and it's already tried to warn you off when you reach the 100-foot mark.
Okay.
But you land on the ground and enter a bellowing rage, and it answers you with a roar of its own. And I presume that Afternoon Nap's also 40 feet away?
Yep, just following right
Alright.
behind the
and, my
fighter.
and I'm just standing on the edge of the cliff watching.
Beautiful. And you guys up the top can also join in if you want, but from 30 feet, 300 feet.
How
It's a
steep's
long
how
way.
steep's
And am I
the
raging
edge?
now?
Pretty steep, hey. Yeah, it'd be like a DC 15 climb check for each 100 foot.
And I'm
So
raging,
tempting.
yeah?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Does
Alright,
something
after
gain
that.
terminal velocity at that distance?
I don't think maybe 200 feet. I think is 200 feet is maximum damage. That's 20d6. It just doesn't get any higher after that.
I'm just rolling a 1d2 to figure out what I see what my to determine what I do. I won't say
Sure.
what it is. Oh shit. Okay. I'll let you fight it, and then I'll say what I was gonna do.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that'd be best.
We're 300 feet away from it.
That's right. Almost directly above it, more or less.
I can't do anything.
Actually, can I just enter initiative so that when
Go
I want
ahead.
to do it, I could do it?
Yeah,
no?
yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Cool. Afternoon nap. This thing is rushing towards you like a crocodile running across the sandbank.
I'll hold my action to follow Wild when he charges.
Beautiful. All right. Rascan not doing anything?
Is it within like a? So like, I want to try and like throw a coin. Like that's why I asked about like terminal velocity of an object. 'Cause,
Right.
like something falling at terminal velocity is gonna fucking hurt either way.
Sure.
But that's going to be out of range, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the whole point of like the whole terminal velocity thing. Like I can still like throw it outwards and then it falls down, kind of thing. Like to try and get the arc.
Yeah. Sort of.
And although it's out of range, he's aiming for wild. It's a betrayal.
So you can make an attack at disadvantage, without proficiency.
Yeah.
So it's
Alright,
like
of course
just flat
not.
dexterity at disadvantage.
All right. Cool.
So what are you throwing?
A javelin. Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right, yeah, the javelin just it falls even further down the sandbank and is lost forever. Eventually washed out to sea. All right. The basilisk charges you with snapping with its jaws, but it's quite slow. It's quite slow indeed. 40 feet away from you, it moves at a speed of 20, so it rushes towards you. And when it gets 20 feet away from you, it just stops rushing and in fact just dodges there. And while it's dodging, while it's holding its evading it as best you can, it gazes at you and watches you with its penetrating eyes. Wild Gold, make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm decent at those.
And you have guidance.
And I have guidance. Fantastic.
Actually, that might not.
From this
fly.
range?
I don't think
It's-
guidance affects saving throws.
Probably not. I should have blessed you before you went down there.
Oh, it doesn't. It's blessed that it affects saving throws anyway, so that's fine.
Right.
But
You
you did
feel-
give me guidance when I was at the top.
You feel your movements begin to stiffen, and you look down at your hands, and they turn a stony grey. It rolls up your hands and up your arms, but you fight it, and it rolls back again, and colour and fur returns to your skin. You won't be frozen into stone today.
That's
Not
creepy.
yet, anyway.
Weird.
It's about 20 feet away from you and dodging. What do you do?
I rush it,
All right.
and I want to hit 3 times because I'm recklessly 3 times. Oh. So
Everyone do the math now.
22, 24 plus another 16, that's 40,
Wow.
56 damage total.
Oh, that's nasty. The creature is critically injured. Afternoon nap. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Really
Cool.
quickly on that turn, just that mine just went.
Oh yeah.
I was just gonna I'm gonna see if there's like a little like a ledge halfway down the cliff, like a little like a somewhat of a like a plateau.
Yeah, make
anywhere.
a perception check.
I'm not climbing down there if you break your legs and die.
Perception.
Yeah.
Perception. There it is.
You don't spot anywhere reliable, but there are several ledges that might support your weight.
Okay, I'll pick one,
Okay.
and I'm going to use a sorcery point to use subtle magic, and I'm gonna freeze the ice, the snow, below Prophet's feet, and try and make him slip down.
Isn't he inside?
No, he's at the edge.
He's still on the edge of the cliff.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what are you trying to do?
He's trying
So,
to get me to
um,
slip off the edge side of the cliff.
Yeah, down onto like a plateau, not all the way down, just a little.
150 feet below.
Is that?
It's a three. It's the whole thing's 300 feet. Yeah. So
Oh,
like
okay.
halfway is 150 feet. It's a massive cliff.
Is there any ledges closer to that than that? Not really.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but like 30 feet, so he'll only be 270 feet away from the target.
Yeah, like 30 to 50 feet. I'll make him slide towards that ledge.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
And see, I'll just try and freeze the water, the snow under his feet with shape water, and use my sorcery point to make it subtle, so I don't have to do anything. It just happens.
All right, make an Arcana check, and that can be Prophet's dexterity saving throw. DC.
I'll give you a 1. Because technically I see it happen.
Well, you don't see it happen because there's nothing that
do I
happens.
see it happen?
It just happens.
No, you wouldn't
It is
be
a roll
able.
that I see
It's a subtle. If it's a subtle spell and everything, you wouldn't know that there's anything coming. You wouldn't be able to predict the outcome of it.
Okay. I tried.
Hope you have
Dexterity
feather
saving
fall.
throw.
Yeah. All
Would I-
right.
As a reflex, to seeing Prophet falling, would I be able to make as a reaction, or
Yeah, sure. Yeah, make a dexterity save to grab him.
it's like a mother reaching for his child?
All right. Okay. Let's see. So Prophet slips. Raskan grabs for him. You've managed to snatch him in your hand. Prophet, now make a strength saving throw to hang on to his grip as you.
The
as you begin
highest
to
of my
slip.
skills.
Yeah. All right. He slips from your grasp and begins to plummet down. You land on the ledge. Oh, you
I'll,
could
I'll cast Featherfall.
you cast
mitigate
Featherfall. I was
damage.
about to say. Excellent. You begin to float down. You land safely on the ledge, 30 feet.
There wasn't ice there before.
All right.
You were right, Prophet.
Yet the ground beneath me turned to ice. I fear giants. Be alert.
I have my snowshoes on.
Roz will instantly do a perception check to see if there's giants around.
I'll aid.
Well, you don't spot any giants. You do spot Afternoon Nap turn to stone. His body begins to calcify immediately, and within a few seconds, it's rolling over him. He's frozen in place, and this calcification crawls across his skin, all the way over his clothing, and it's happening before your very eyes. He's turning to stone. It's still your go Afternoon Nap, but you failed your petrification, and that's what that means is you are restrained, so you can't move anywhere. You can still take actions, though, I think, when you're restrained, right?
Yeah, just a disadvantage if it's like attacks. Attack rolls, stuff.
I think it's only melee though, isn't it? With disadvantage, is ranged okay?
No, still disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it's petrification, not just grappled or anything like that.
It's restrained.
Oh,
Grappled is
restrained.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're grappled and restrained to different things. Yeah.
Yeah, the creature's attacks have rolls have disadvantage.
Okay, so can I just drop my sword and draw my bow and attack with disadvantage then? That thing?
Yeah, you can. So your feet are probably frozen in place as they turn to stone first, and you drop your sword, and as the stone rolls up your ankles and your knees and your hips and your waist, you're still operating your arms frantically. You throw your sword to one side, pull out your bow, you can fire. Only your fingers are so stiff and rigid that the arrow doesn't have any of the precision that you would normally expect of it. Prophet.
So now that I'm closer, how far am I away?
270 feet.
Still
Nap has to make
massively out of
another
range,
save.
or- Excuse me?
Nap has to make another save.
At the end of his next turn, I think it is, isn't it?
That is his next. That was.
Oh,
his
that's
next
yeah, that
turn.
was you're right.
Oh,
That
no,
was
at the
the
end
next
of the
turn.
next turn. Never mind, because he
Um,
started that turn. Got started.
Yeah,
started
yeah.
the
It's not
turn.
because it happens on his turn. It's
Yeah.
the end of the next turn.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
definitely.
thought it was on.
Yeah,
No,
no, that's
There's nothing. I'll
Good
take the
to know.
dodge action.
all right. Raskan,
Yeah, not much I can do.
Basilisk.
I'll start rolling down a rope for profit.
All right. Seeing as one prey has already turned to stone and is therefore not worth worrying about, the enraged basilisk then charges Wild Gold aggressively.
I mean, it'll
Um,
miss its first attack.
It misses its first attack. Wild Gold, make a Constitution saving throw. Unless, yeah, you begin to turn to stone.
Does that
All right.
cancel my rage or anything? No.
No, it just means you're restrained.
Just means I'm restrained, but I can still make attacks at disadvantage. But
That's
because
right.
reckless attack, I would have advantage. It's just a regular attack.
That's right.
Fantastic. Only one hit, I guess.
It only one hit, but it kills the creature, and yet the petrification does not stop.
Uh-oh.
Is Draxus doing anything?
It looks pretty scary to kind of climb down.
A long way.
It's a long way to climb down without any sort of natural climbing gear.
Or claws.
Is there a way? I don't have any. I have a pit and I could kind of make I think I have some rope as well. That only give me 50 feet though.
Yeah, that's right. And then, even if you were to move at the fastest pace, you still wouldn't get there for 10 rounds.
10 rounds, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have.
Jump.
Don't have. Yeah, no. No, I can't do anything. I just have to watch.
Alright. Afternoon nap. Make a Constitution saving throw. Most important roll that you've made so far.
Oh.
The stone begins to recede, and you fight off the advancement of the calcification, and you shake it off, and it falls to the ground like dandruff.
Very close.
And Wild Gold.
Make a con save.
Yep. Last one.
13, just save.
Oh.
You break free from the stone. Even if it sets around you, you smash free like some statue of salt.
Cool.
Oh god.
Nap. Do you have a knife or something?
Oh, the giant had a skinning thing in its bag.
It did.
Too heavy for me to
nice.
pick up though.
Not as good. I was gonna say, can you cut the giant's head off while I skin this? Or are you good at skinning stuff?
Nope. But I can butcher the giant's head off very
Yeah.
badly. Do a
Take.
butcher job
That's
of that.
alright. That's alright. We only need its head. Doesn't matter if it's bad or not.
Guess I'll take my short sword and start hacking away at that very slowly.
Hacking
I
and
was just gonna
sawing,
say
hacking
that.
and sawing. It works well until you get to the vertebrae, and then you really have to crunch it in there. But you get the head eventually.
And while he's doing that, I was gonna skin the basilisk since he's not as good.
Survival check, DC 13.
Oh.
All right.
I'll turn
You
that
have
to
bas-
guidance now.
basilisk skin, worth 25 gold pieces.
Cool.
All right.
Now that we have a clear view of it, do the rest of us know what it is? Maybe.
You'll be able to ascertain it eventually, but maybe not. Yeah, that would take. Yeah, probably not until these guys get back up there.
And it was a frost giant head?
Frost giant head. That's right, and a basilisk skin.
I'll carry that from you, Nap. I've got a sack that I keep the giant's heads in.
So how heavy was the wool cloak that was in the bag anyway? Just for like,
Oh, maybe about 15 pounds.
I don't think I can carry that.
I can, if you want it.
Yeah, I was going to turn it into like a blanket type
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not carrying much at the moment, but I mean...
It is a
That
very
is-
nice blanket.
Oh, it is? I was going to say, because I thought you said it was like really scraggly and gross.
Yeah.
Nothing
somewhere
a quick
in-
wash
It's like
can't
scraggly but warm.
fix.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, scraggly but warm. You know, like well, I don't mean to insult Roz, but a bit like Roz.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll put that, well, I'll carry that as well. I'll just like try to hold everything, clip it onto myself while climbing back up.
You reach the top and you reunite yourself, and by now the
And I guess I
the
go up
poor
below.
injured man. Is
Oh, if Prophet was still there, I would have told him to just grab on because he doesn't weigh much.
yeah,
It's about
he
50,
hangs on.
about 50 kg in total, like, even with his equipment.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. I was only carrying 15 pounds
Yeah.
anyway when I went down there.
You
Perfect.
only bring your greatsword everywhere.
Great swords only. I bring 2 great swords, 2 javelins, a thieves' tools, and now I have some other stuff with me as well on the way back up. But that's about all I bring with me. The rest of my stuff I keep in the cart.
How much does a greatsword weigh?
Oh, in my bag. 6.
Javelins are like 4.
Javelins are 2, and I have 1 left actually, not 2.
Alright.
Carry around with 42 things. 42 total
Nice.
weight. That's all I can carry. It's amazing.
It really is a bugger all. Hey, it's
Did you guys find
crazy.
find the attackers?
No, there doesn't seem to be anything up here. Maybe you just wear out some of the snow and there was ice underneath it.
Did you slip?
Still at?
Yeah, where this is the spine of the world.
That does not happen in under 5 seconds. A sudden thought. Was this wild magic?
I can't
Sudden
use
acute-
magic.
Did you see me cast anything?
Oh, him.
Magic happen. Strange things happen when you do around you,
I didn't do
like
magic.
a polar bear.
That was funny.
He didn't cast anything. Well, I think we should.
I know that you
Well-
lie. If this was you, get control of your magic or stop.
Just shrug and turn away.
Cold shoulder.
Haha, hee hee,
Hee hee.
hoo hoo. Well, are we setting up here for the night, or?
We cannot stay, because if it was not the wild magic, those who tried to kill me may be still nearby.
Okie dokie.
Did the avalanche block the road?
Only temporarily, and by freeing this guy from the boulders, you cleared most of the road just lifting the rocks.
Well, we want to get going.
We must.
Can't wait to get to warmer weather.
We press on.
Sweet. With the newly acquired blanket, Nap's just going to sleep in the back.
Yeah, the injured man dozes with you, nuzzles up, and just thinks of what life's going to be like as a cripple.
I think we owe it, or I think this guy deserves the gold from the giant's head.
My kingdom for a drink. That is what this is mine.
Wait, what?
I didn't steal his shit. This is mine. Yeah, I can't steal his shit because it's mine, but it's his now again. So this is mine.
Essentially stole his kill, though, right?
Hey,
Basically.
my kingdom for a drink. That's what he said. I'm just saying.
We
That
didn't
was a
steal
joke.
anything, yeah.
Is the guy conscious?
Have some pity on him.
Yeah.
He's
Sleeping.
gonna
What was
be
his name
crippled
anyway?
the rest of his
If
life.
he's conscious, I'll look back at him and ask, "Can I keep this? Remember, my kingdom for a drink, right?"
You saved my life. I owe each of you everything. It's the least I can.
See,
Ooh, but restoration magic's going to be pretty expensive.
I expect it will be too expensive, and I
Can't be throwing gold away.
well, I mean,
don't think
we
I will
sort
ever be able to afford it.
we sort of talked you out of it. I mean, surely he'll be able to learn it. He's a really good healer. At some point, maybe he'll be able to help you. I say, pointing at Aradel.
That's a ways off for now.
And in exchange, you help him, pointing at Prophet, in his cause or whatever.
He's like got like a list. He's got like a parchment. It's like, what would your name be?
Fog.
How would you Fog?
Rathel Fog.
Add a note that we need to regenerate his limbs, though.
I'm an explorer and a hunter, a trailblazer. I monitor these roads and keep them safe of predators, help out people that I find struggling in the wilderness. But if you didn't know, giants have been ravaging these lands the past few months. And as you can tell, one of them got the better of me.
Say, we couldn't help but see that you had a harper pin. Is that yours?
What of it?
Nothing. I've actually just been freshly recruited myself. Could I pass
Oh.
a message on to anyone?
Oh, brother! Oh. Now I know why the gods saw fit to torture me, that I might live. Brother, I have some information for you.
Oh, yes? I can send it on to higher ups.
It's complex. I don't want to bore you and spend all day talking.
But
But
we can talk while we drive. That's not a problem. You won't. I assure you, you won't bore me.
you need to understand that the giant society, the ordning, has fallen apart. Yes, King Hecaton is king of the giants, king of the storm giants. His wife has been slain by an alliance of human lords. You must pass this information on.
I'm terribly sorry, but this we know this information already.
Oh,
It's how long have you been out here in the wilderness?
well, I live out here. I don't have a lot of contact with a lot of friends. I'm waiting for one of my contacts, Thwip Ironbottom, to come through. He went south months ago, and I haven't seen him pass along this route since.
We flew over.
Flew
He's-
over.
He's already in Hundlestone.
Did you?
But
perhaps-
he's in Huddlestone.
Yes.
Curse that motor-mouthed dwarf gnome.
Did you happen to see a giant tower flying through the sky over here?
I did. Cloud giants they were, marauders. It was dressed as a all stars and stripes, like some obscene decoration.
Yeah, that was us. And Thwip,
Oh.
he's the one
Huh?
who recruited me. if you would like to speak to him, I could lend you my sending stone.
Aye, I'll have a word to say with him, indeed. He'll want to know all about the dissolution of the Giant's Court.
Right, I will have to get it back, because, you see, I've been sending him reports, as much information that he needs. So I can lend it to you, but I will need it back.
Aye, well, yes, I appreciate it. I shall make contact with him.
We're traveling to Everland. Is there anywhere you'd like us to drop you off?
They don't take kindly to beggars in Luskan. Can't imagine that I'll get a lot of sympathy there. And the dwarves hate a man who won't work, even if he is a cripple. I guess I'd better come all the way to Everland with you.
I mean, we're also probably coming back after that, so we can also bring you back to Hundlestone or Bryn Shander.
Silvery Moon might be one of the best places too.
Aye, might be the best of all. I hear they pay a pension to injured men.
I'll keep that in mind.
Are you a skilled cartographer by any chance? Being a survivor, being out here with a survivor?
Hardly skilled as one, but I can draw a mud map well enough.
You could
My
provide
map's not
maps
good enough.
when the time comes.
Aye, I shall. Well, you already know about the ordning, eh? You already know about the murder. You already know about the dissolution of the Giant's Court and King Hecaton passing his crown on to his children.
Oh, we don't know that.
Well, that's grand then, isn't it? It seems that I have some use after all. He stretches in pain.
Do you know more specifics on King Hecaton's wife's death as well?
I cannot say that I do, only that it happened out in the island somewhere and was directed by human lords. But it filled him with such grief that he resigned the crown, that he abdicated. And I've heard conflicting reports whether he made his eldest daughter the new queen, or whether he divided his kingdom between his 3 children. I don't know the truth of the matter. In any case, he abdicated. He resigned. He's king no more. There is no Storm King.
That probably means his bounty's worth less now, right?
I could not say.
He's no
Damn.
less powerful, I'm sure.
I was never a
But
mercenary.
kings are worth more than not kings.
Don't worry, Gold. You can now aim for the daughter instead. She's apparently king. Or queen, if you have it.
Imagine that whatever bounty lies on his head, the giant king would match 100 times over to know who killed his wife.
Oh.
And that's also something we seek. Now, where did you learn this from?
There was a traveler who came through, a dark elf with a cat as black as night.
Do we know of this dark elf?
Oh
Make
shit.
a history check.
Do I get advantage because I read a lot of books?
That's what the history proficiency represents.
I'm gonna use guidance.
You have heard tales of a renegade dark elf up in the north, a friend of Mithril Hall, one Dritz Duerden, who is known to meddle in the affairs of mortals, and one might say he is a do-gooder, a friend of the Harpers.
Drist?
He did not give his name, sir.
Sounds like him. What other dark elf walks the surface and has a cat?
Is this a trick question?
No.
Then he thinks. No, I can't think of any.
Must be. Well, if he's a friend of Mithril Hall, maybe they know more.
I'm a friend of Mithril Hall too. Oh man, I hope we find this guy.
Well, got quite a lot of ground to cover.
At least we're going down the slope. Prophet, can you move us 20 miles along the road, please?
Oh yeah.
And yeah, while we're moving, I'd lend him my sending stone and just sit with him while he uses it.
He argues with the gnome. And you hear you guys you wouldn't hear the response, but he's pretty up. He's pretty angry. Pretty angry that they didn't come and tell him what's going on. A percentile, please, Prophet. D100. Okie dokie.
84.
Agent 84. All right. All right. There are a group of individuals up ahead. You've been traveling for a day, you've camped, and you can see that during the night, you see that there are multiple campfires along the same ridge that you're traveling. You're catching up with them. It appears to be a community, a settlement of... a settlement's the wrong word, a community. On the road, on the move, there are a lot of people, and they're very tall, muscular individuals. And they're moving along the road, but they're not as fast as you, and their camp's a lot larger than yours. So you're going to catch up with them, inevitably. Roz would recognize them as Goliaths, a relatively peaceful race of giant kin who are often enslaved by real giants.
I feel bad for the Goliaths.
I'll relay that to the group.
There are 16 warriors and 8 children among them. Or 8 women and children and old people and that.
They could probably aid us, Prophet, if you want to talk to them, maybe.
How so? They look like giants to me.
Yeah, but they're usually enslaved by giant, and if they care about the ordering, I believe they would be at the bottom, and since that's all whacked right now, they could get higher up. Could be a win-win.
It might be worth talking to them. I guess, would you introduce us? I doubt they would talk to me first.
Yeah, I recommend me, Wild, and then someone who can just talk their way through.
Yeah, I'll come.
Just us at the front then, yeah.
This is just you three?
Like us at the front, like you guys just further back though.
I mean, I feel Aradel would probably be better than Wild.
You want big boys up against big boys, trust me.
You don't want to be... I guess so. Alright, yeah, Wild will go then.
Alright. They're, yep.
I was
No.
just saying, should I make myself bigger?
No.
Well, it's like 1 minute into the conversation, you shrank.
Shrink.
Whoa. Nice party trick.
Now go big.
That's it.
If it
They're
ends
about
with combat, make Wild huge.
Wild huge. They're about 1,000 feet in front of you when you split into 2 groups with one lingering behind and the envoy group traveling off ahead. They shuffle their children and their non-combatants away from you and put the warriors on the front line. But it's their leader, a tall, slim scout that has white skin and purple birthmark tattoos all over his face and body. And he's riding a saber-toothed tiger without a saddle. And this individual rides his mighty beast up towards you and speaks to you in the giant tongue. Hail!
I speak back.
Hail!
We
Ross-
wish. Are these your lands? Sorry, Ross.
I was gonna say Ros can't speak giant, so yeah, he's not in on this.
Hmm.
Not really our lands. Why do you ask?
We wish to pass through. We wish to find lands of our own to settle. We are the Shadowland clan. We come from the spine of the world. But marauding frost giants have driven us from our home. We seek new lands to settle. And if these were your lands, I would ask permission to pass through them, that I might find a vale, a land for my own people.
What kind of land are you looking for?
We are mountain people. We belong among the snows in the difficult country, but we will take whatever land we can.
Would Wild, having traveled from a very, very far away place, know of any area not near the spine of the world that fits what they're looking for?
Probably not.
Would Wild be saying this to us as well, like interpreting?
Yeah, I'll say it in common to them as well.
Oh, could you? He kind of gives it like a short bow to the giants, and could you ask them, tell them that I actually own a plot of land, and I'm steadily buying more, but it's somewhat of a growth farm. If they wish, they can settle there peacefully and even defend it, and I can let them live there for free.
But that's up near Bryn Shander, isn't it? Didn't they just come down from there?
I think they're headed that way, aren't they?
Yeah, which way are they headed?
They're coming from the north, heading south because they're getting away from the giants.
Yeah,
they're heading that way.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're looking to go back towards the giants.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm just gonna tell them that.
I can't really help you with the land, but I mean, yeah, you're free pass. You can even travel with us for a bit until you find somewhere. We're going along. We've killed giants before.
My people, we will be willing to accept servitude if this is the price of safety.
Oh no, whoa, no.
No,
No, not servitude. No, just you can travel with us for a bit until you find somewhere to settle.
Are there towns ahead?
Yeah, I think there's like a dwarf town, Mirabar, and then not really many I know of in the spine of the world or in the snowy sort of area though.
Thank you, friend. We will do what we can and follow your advice. And so they do.
Cool. I'll relay that to them, and we'll walk back, and I'll tell that to the rest of the group what happened and what's gonna happen. They're gonna travel with us for a bit, I guess.
Would I know if like maybe the Nether Mountains or something are safe?
You can make a history check, sure.
Cool. Little bit of guidance. 26.
Yeah, they could be pretty safe. Being it's a dwarf country, it's right in the heart of settled area. The Nether Mountains were settled by humans thousands of years ago. The Netherese, which is where they get the name from, the greatest human civilization that ever lived. So these are lands that have been cleared of monsters to some degree for a long time. Except the Netherese were notable for being magicians beyond compare. And magicians beyond compare do crazy shit, like inventing new species, for example. And the Nether Mountains has no shortage of weird and wonderful wildlife left over from thousands of years of biological mutation.
But like, say the one in between Sundabar and Silvery Moon, or the one next to Jalantha, that'd be pretty safe because it's like surrounded by quite powerful-ish cities, right?
That's absolutely right. The and good aligned cities as well. So all of this area is part of the Silver Marches. It's all part of the realm, what's sometimes called Vurua,
Yeah.
and yeah, that makes it among the safest areas in all of the Savage North.
May I go talk to the Goliaths?
Yeah, if you can speak giant.
Sure can.
Come
Yeah,
on.
nice.
I'll go up to them and like, do I have some sort? I have the book of the Silver Marches. Does that include like a rough map?
Absolutely.
I'll like go up to them and be like, I heard you're in Giant. I heard you're looking for a place to migrate to.
We have been driven from our lands by giants.
Well, I have a suggestion. It's quite a ways away, but it's probably one of the safest places. You said you prefer the mountains and snow.
Very much. My people are adapted to cold climes.
I'll whip out the book and like point to the Nether Mountains. I'll be like, these are probably your best chances. It's about a month's journey from here.
None of my people have ever walked this far south in our lives.
That
Well-
Jalax, he has land, does he not?
In the north.
It's an option.
Private
But
property.
yeah, but that means they're going back to where they also, were run out of.
Not exactly. It's different. I've got oh crap, what's the Minotaur's name again?
Balrog.
Balrog's there, holding our Ralph farm. It's perfectly safe.
So, what is your name?
I am Gorgoth, and we are the Shadowland clan.
So, Golgoth. If you knew that everyone in the world would die, what would you do to prevent it? What would you pay?
If I knew everyone in the world would die, I would know it was Ragnarok and there is no use fighting.
Then what if I told you these giants bring Ragnarok then?
Then
But this
I
time it
should-
can be prevented.
good, for if it would not be prevented, I would keep it quiet.
So what
Or
would-
else my people might throw themselves off these cliffs.
So your people, what would they give?
My people have already given everything. We have already lost everything. What more do we have to give?
Like
Would you
everyone,
take
still,
our women and children?
you still have your lives. Like have
Aye.
a favor. My friend has land in Brunshander. If you settle there, you can assist when the invasion comes.
We know Brynshanda. I have been there to trade from time to time. Yes, I will give you any assistance if it means that we can settle on the land of your ally.
Just turn to Jalat. Is this a? Do you approve?
I was going to let them stay there for free, but that's fine as well.
What do we call you?
No.
Oh, I am wild, by the way. And I'll reach out my hand or, grab his wrist like the manly handshake.
He's a little confused, but he does know handshakes, so he gives a very limp one in spite of his massive strength.
He's just like holding onto the hand, not doing
Yeah,
anything with it.
That's right, and he lets you move it because you want to move it, right? That's what you do, right? Yeah.
Shake his hand.
Yeah, so it weirds him out a little bit, but he tries to hide it. It's a bit weird.
Can you just let them know if they stay at my property? There is a Minotaur there. Speak to him. We'll send a message to him before they get there, and they might have to, just help defend the place from small threats. Not shouldn't be giants, and if they do need help, the Minotaur will help them very much. He's killed giants before. Just anyone who can speak
Yeah,
giant
we'll
relate.
translate that forward.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
me the name of our master, of our lord. Gestures towards Jaraxxus.
Oh,
Shall
he-
access.
Jarl. Jarl Axis. All hail Jarl Axis. All hail Jarl Axis.
Are they saying that in like broken common or English?
Yeah, the words Jarl Axis are quite clearly coming through, but it's also quite clearly two different words.
'cause it's like the king, King Axis.
Yeah, that's right. They've mistaked your name for a title, and
Okay.
and so as far as they're concerned, like you are the leader of this war band. This is your troop. Like these guys are the personal bodyguards of the Jarl. To
Oh
you,
right. Okay.
yeah. But yeah, so they miscommunicate this, and they get the gist of it, of course, and very very thankful. They now plan to head back towards the spine of the world to brace it, to face it one more time, and to go to Bryn Shander and find this Baron Balrog who serves the Jarl Axis.
And I'll pull aside Aradel if I can and say, would you mind sending a message to Balrog for me and let him know that I sent them?
I guess.
Thanks. It really helps. And consider it. I owe you one.
We'll consider it then.
It's all good. Thanks.
Written down in quests. Jaraxxus
Favor.
owes me one.
All right. So when you return to your lands, Jarl Axis, you will find a willing war tribe of Goliaths who feel that they owe you a debt.
And I will cast Sending to Balrog. And I will say, he knows me, right? Oh, I don't think I ever spoke to him, really.
You fought alongside him.
Jaraxxus is sending a tribe of Goliaths to reside on some of the land he bought. They will work for you?
Defend.
Yeah.
And defend?
They'll
And
probably work as well.
I'll leave it there.
Thank you, my friends. When you reach Waterdeep, tell Jezrin I love her.
No.
Phil. It's gonna be a lot while yet.
About that.
Yeah.
We could just message someone in Waterdeep, right?
We have
We'll
a
get there
diamond to give her.
We'll get there someday. Come on.
You know what we should
Unless
do?
we're
We should-
fucking dead.
We should buy 2 sending stones, give one to her, give one to Balrog, so they can talk.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So it's like
That'd be
Romeo and
really
Juliet,
nice.
Sort of like,
That's cute.
How does
Yeah.
one make a sending stone?
I think you'd have to buy them. I think you can, or maybe you can make them. But
I
We
know
could
how
probably
to
buy them in
cast-
Silvery Moon.
I know how to cast sending stone.
Yeah, for
With the-
500 gold pieces of a pearl, you'd be able to craft one if you had the right equipment.
Oh, we could.
Okay.
Yeah. We could do that. Go to
Uh,
Luskin.
I think it's probably the worst place to buy it from. They're already like it's slim
Yep.
pickings there. The wizards already buy them all out.
Yeah,
But
let's.
they're in the government as well. They could maybe try to, if they're keeping them back, they could be like, "We're here to get the pearls."
I don't think ill-gotten gains are.
How we want to do this. Besides, I don't want to sell my soul for some sending stones.
You've already taken the first step.
Yeah, you've already sort of, joined.
Yes, it's just as I joined. I can get it unjoined, but
Yeah, they
for
required
free.
no oaths.
Regardless, you can't unkill a man.
Resurrection.
True resurrection.
They
Let's-
can't do it.
what's done is done. We should get these pearls through the more legit methods, and we can eventually connect them. But I guess we should carry on for now.
All right. Aradel, you may move the token 20 miles ahead and roll a d100.
Trying to get the exact 20 miles? Hell yeah, I got it.
Well done.
Dice roller, D100, roll. 79.
All right.
We come across a hot spring.
Indeed, we do.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so we're entering farming country at this point. Although it's mostly tundra, it's they're kind of ranches. They don't grow a lot of vegetables or fruit or trees, but they run herds mostly, supplementing it with some really hardy grains like potato.
Welcome to
But-
Ireland.
Yeah, that's right. But it looks like this place has suffered in recent times, even since you came by here. You were here maybe a month ago or a bit less, and in that time, the sparse farmhouses and little herd trading posts that you've seen, some of them have been damaged, some of them have been utterly destroyed, and it is emerging from the wreck of one of these ruined trading posts. You see a small group of individuals about a mile away, maybe even further. You can see in the distance them moving away from this ranch. You were never going to go up to the ranch. It lies a mile off the main road, so there would have been no reason to go there. But even so, you can see a small group of individuals, 4 or 5. One of them shines in the sun as if they're coated in metal or made of silver or something. And so this small group of individuals is leaving behind a ruined homestead and making their way towards your road. You'll likely pass them by if you keep going. If you wish to ignore them, then you can just pass on by. Otherwise, if you stop here and wait, you'll probably intercept them when they reach the road.
Do you think they're bandits or?
Very rich bandits.
Can Wild make a perception check to see if any of them like are wounded or anything?
Yeah, sure.
You got a mile long sight?
No. No, he didn't.
No, you can't tell from this distance. You can't even tell they're racers.
We can't rule it out. We're going to pass them. So we will find out.
No, it's like
No,
where
we
where
gotta
the
wait.
intersection, right?
Yeah, that's right. If you keep going at this pace, then you'll go on past them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're possibly bandits, we might as well intercept them and demand.
Oh, they
see what
might
they
have
do.
bounties. I'm gonna look through my bounty list to see if there's
Fuck's
any
sake.
known, like, you know, references to silver hand, silver guy, something like that. I don't know.
Silverman, Silverman.
Silverman's out here killing people.
The Silver Surfer.
Was
I'll yeah. How long ago does the homestead look like it's been destroyed as well?
There's no signs of any fire. Just looks like it was caved in, and which makes it difficult to tell. But yeah, it makes it difficult to tell because it wasn't burned; it was crushed.
Well, could be a giant attack. They're inspecting it.
Oh, bounties. Maybe they know.
Do you want to wait?
Yes. Possible money. And you know I
Oh.
like money.
Sometimes it's a curse.
Right, so are we waiting for these guys then?
Yeah.
Can I like
Oh, no.
hide in the bushes in like an ambush position?
Definitely.
Hidden.
All right. Because you've got time to get ready. You will have advantage on your stealth roll.
Do you mind if I join you?
Sure.
Well, hopefully. It's not great.
All right. So, like you've got this great spot in a ditch behind a bush, and Jaraxxus is in the bush with you, and he's sticking his feet out, and like his multicolored cloak is just practically like a disco ball shining in this.
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna join him like in his exact hiding spot. I was just gonna hide in the vicinity with him.
All
You
right,
just sat on the
Yeah.
wrong side of the bush.
Maybe.
you're the bait.
The bait.
The group approaches. It takes them a while to get there, 10 or 15 minutes, as they trudge through the icy tundra across the country that's really only suited for steppe ponies and
I'll cast
reindeers.
mage armor.
Excellent. At a distance of about 300 feet, the vision comes somewhat into focus. It's a knight, or at least someone wearing plate armor, and they have with them another person wearing studded leather armor. Between the two of them, they have weapons, swords and bows and the like, and between the two of them, they have a handful of small people who might be halflings but are probably children.
Halfling children.
They could be halfling children, but almost certainly not, because they would have to be mutant large halfling children.
Maybe they were like actually only half a mile away, but they were halflings, so they look
Oh.
like full people a whole mile away.
Or they've got the enlarge spell cast on them.
Yeah.
These things are possible.
Wild's gonna start walking towards them.
Halt
And,
where you are! She
oh.
calls out from like 150 feet away.
He stops as he was waving.
In the name of the Flaming Fist, tell me what you were doing.
In the name of me, I was coming towards you.
Well, bandits and slavers shall not be welcome within my shadow.
I am neither. I am Wild Gold.
He doesn't represent the group.
This is my group, Gold Friends.
Who are your gods?
The arcane
Dania.
guides us.
Dania.
Bahamut.
Don't really have one.
Me neither.
Or Ogma.
Bahamut and Ogma and Mistra. I can accept these gods.
No god, just the pure arcane, the weave.
Oh, Azuf then.
Not a god. Magic itself guides my hands.
She rolls her eyes. I don't think you understand how gods.
Well then, why have you got those halflings? Are you the bandits?
Halflings? We're children, they say.
Why have you got those children? Are you bandits?
We have rescued them. They rescued us, say the children. We were attacked by giants, say one of the children. They were attacked by stone giants. They demolished their homestead, killed several people. The children start crying at the thought of their lost parents and uncles and aunts. And then the giants disappeared deeper into the Underdark.
Ah, damn it. How
I've heard
many?
A group of 8.
How much are they worth? Can I look through my bounties?
I think they're like 300 or something.
Stone giants. Aren't
Stone
they
giants.
usually?
Are they like the basic? No, those are hill giants. That were the basic.
Yeah, they're one step above hills.
Aren't they
Ah.
usually seclusionists?
Aye, so I'd heard. But I don't understand. I don't claim to understand culture or politics of giants. All I know is that they must be punished, and I will punish them by my own blade.
Well, we can let. It was a girl, right?
Yeah,
We can
Lady
let her
Harriana
handle it.
Hawkwater. I am.
I am Wild of Clan Gold.
I am pleased to meet you,
Ariana Hawkwater?
Hawkwind.
Ah, I spelt it wrong. Ah, no, it's only one R away. Hawkwinter.
Do they look like they need some more coats and stuff like that?
Quite. Yeah, they do.
We have an enormous blanket or an enormous coat, so I'm gonna
Cut
get
off a bit.
yeah, I'm gonna get my hand axe, not my flaming sword, to cut off some large chunks. Because I
Oh,
mean, it's
my
enough for a
blanket.
giant. It's enough for a giant
My-
nap.
my
Come on.
Front and back.
My blanket fort.
It would like fill up the entire
cart, yeah,
like
it would be
wagon.
Like the rest of the wagon. Yeah, I'll cut off long strips enough to like rug up the kids,
Yes,
and
that
then,
should.
and then enough for the knight and the person in studded leather as well.
That should be enough. I trust that you are who you say you are, and you will get these children to Luskan, while my companion
Us?
and I continue the pursuit.
To Luskan. Why
Uh,
Luskan?
well, Neverwinter would be better, or Waterdeep. I'm not very familiar with these lands. I'm from Baldur's Gate, but Luskan
Where?
is a major settlement, and I think that the children should be safe in a place like that.
Probably
No.
not.
Do you,
Did you?
We're going to Mirabar and over to Everlund that way.
I'm
can
going
take 'em
into
that
the
way.
Underdark.
Well, good luck.
What are you even doing up here?
Hunting giants. There has been a dissolution of the giants' entire culture, so I have heard.
Yes.
so
Yeah, we know. We've heard it like 20 times by now.
are
I've
you,
Yeah,
come
we've been killing
north.
them up here too.
I represent the Flaming Fist, and the government of Baldur's Gate want to know what's going on, and if it threatens our
are
fine
you
city.
influential within your group?
I am a champion of the of Helm. I am born of noble blood as well.
If we did this task for you, could you do something for us?
I would be in your debt, yes. If as long as it is noble and with the tenets of my religion, then I would be honor bound to do so.
Well, when the time comes, there will be an invasion of giants. I would seek your assistance in such a time.
When there is an
That is the
invasion
order.
of giants, you will not be able to hold me back. You shall find me on the front line.
I like her.
Ooh.
He will get out his list and write another name.
Excellent.
Do we know
She
anything
agrees.
about Longsaddle?
She represents, by the way, the Flaming Fist. I don't think you do. Make a history check if you want.
I just want to see if that would be a more appropriate place to drop them off. We are like the roving orphanage right now.
You pretty much
History with a little bit of guidance.
And they're based where? Like,
Baldur's Gate, wasn't it?
yeah,
Baldur's
Gate.
Gate, yeah. They are. They're actually the government. They're the only mercenary group that's risen so far in power that they've become like a government of one of the most powerful cities in the world.
13.
Yeah. Longsaddle's a sleepy little village. It belongs to the Lord's Alliance. It's just it's one of those farm towns that feeds Waterdeep and places beyond. Yeah, they have the same sort of problems that most people have. The thing that's most distinctive about Longsaddle is that the nobles that own the land are famously wizards. They don't have much to do with the place, like the running of the town or business, but you don't fuck with the nobles of Longsaddle because they'll turn you into a toad.
Can't remember their names, but yeah. They're also in Drizzt. We could take them to Longsaddle. I doubt they'd be. I doubt they'd thrive at all in Luskan. Mirabar is a dwarf town, so do dwarves often take in children?
I mean, dwarves are kind of bastards usually.
Are they mountain or hill? They're mountain, right? Because hills are like way south.
Yeah, they're mountain dwarves.
yeah.
They're called shield dwarves in Forgotten
yeah.
Realms, but yeah, they're shield dwarves. But yeah, Mirabar's a pretty big city. As you say, they're dwarves though, you know, right? So
Yeah.
it'd be like dropping him in the coal mines. Yeah, the dwarves will find something for him to do. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah. I just asked that because I think shield dwarves are more open-minded than gold dwarves. By the tiniest margin.
Well,
Well,
it sounds like Longsaddle's the best then, right?
probably they'd be on the road for a while.
That's alright. I mean, we can keep them warm and fed. We'll just have to go hunting a little more often.
I can deal with feeding them every day. It won't be tasty.
Easy. We'll hunt, you cook.
How are meant by magic?
Oh. You'll magic. We'll hunt.
All right then.
Easy.
Okay. How many days has it been since we left
Not like
Hunterstone?
you hunted
3?
those winter wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I hunted those winter wolves very well. All 200 of them.
And our bursting stockpile of food shows it.
Those are winter wolves, though.
You don't eat
No,
the
you don't eat predators. It's gross.
You can
They
eat
don't taste good.
anything.
Can,
Maybe a
but we don't
kobold.
want to. So we do the hunting, and you eat it.
Oh well.
I'll if they're like carrying the kids, I'll take a couple kids, like 4, 2 in each arm.
I think we need to pick up another wagon.
We probably can in Luskin.
Let's do that.
Then we
Cool.
have an extra animal to.
We'll have a kid bus.
Kid bus.
I
mean-
the bus go round in.
Huh.
We've got like one being pulled by a wraith and just a ox just chilling out.
We'll fill the kid bus with the blanket, so then Nap can nap in there and sort of maybe, kind of, maybe not watch the kids.
Ah, I
I'll-
could do sleight of hand tricks.
I'll watch.
Yeah.
the-
Great
I'll-
idea.
I generally
watch
use that to rob people, but I can use it to entertain these kids.
Yeah, and Aradel can be in there to make sure you are entertaining and not robbing them.
what do they have to? What do they have to steal?
They probably have like a coin, like a copper piece each or something.
It's not worth
got their
stealing a
entire
copper piece from
parents-
Copper
someone.
piece
Just
between
like-
them.
Are they
How
all
many-
carrying their parents' inheritance?
How many children
Napper's only
have we
interested
just
in
acquired?
shinies.
How many children he asked?
Ah, I think he's gone.
Yeah, sorry, just how many children are there? I'll have a quick look.
Roll the 3d10.
All
Yeah,
D100
3D
children.
3d4 children,
Oh,
and I'll be back shortly.
who wants to roll that?
I guess I'll roll that.
3,
Okay,
4.
well, God's going.
3d4.
9
Ooh.
children.
That's 9 children to teach how to be thieves. That's a good little
Oh
start.
god.
I'll teach
hey,
them-
Megan.
No, I'll teach them to be
Clerics.
researchers.
The 2d4 thieves, and the 1 is a good boy.
Wait, they're children. We can use propaganda to make them hate giants.
Wow.
I'm gonna train the rowdy one, if there's a rowdy one, to be like
so then
wild.
they'll finally be. We'll have a militia in like 20
In
years.
20 years, there will be a group of giant hunters unmatched.
20 years, my criminal empire will be ready.
There's
All these little children.
wait, they're already at some age that can communicate. So at least 5. They reach maturity around 16 to 18. So you could only be like maybe you could only
At
be
least
11 years.
5.
11 years minimum.
It's
I
like by
don't
the
think we
time
can
they like
keep them.
become full-fledged giant hunters, like they come out as like, oh yeah, the champion dealt with it. Like we're friends with the giants again.
But also, we're leaving them in Long Saddle. Who's teaching them to be full-fledged giant hunters in Long Saddle?
You see, Long
wizard.
Saddle sounds like a good starter town to be a thief in. A small little thing. That's where you
Yeah, exactly.
With the
That's,
wizards,
that's where
they teach
that's
you
where
fire.
Peter and Piper are from. Like where they were from
Really?
Daggerford.
No,
that's
I
a
know.
no, that's they're like Daggerford, as in a small town.
Daggerford.
Do you know why it's
Alright.
called Daggerford?
No.
They
Because
put a
Because-
dagger in the mayor's
No,
ford.
because a young man defended the town from like a tribal lizard folk with only a dagger.
What a champion.
Absolutely correct.
Fucking hell, what a champion!
Is that like from one of the books or is that just a thing?
It's just a thing from like the Wikipedia, because
Yeah, they-
that's where our Curse of Stratagem is starting. So I thought I'd read the law on it.
Oh, cool. Pretty neat. Well, I'll teach them to be devout worshippers of Ogma or Demir in the meantime.
Oh, nah. Wait, I found my god. Oh, fuck, I forgot his name already. The fucking elven god of rogues.
The what?
That was quick. I found it.
Elven
Wow.
god of-
Finds God, loses him immediately.
But before you finish the sentence, you
I already lost it. Where is it? I'm
we-
not
we
that
have
interested in
nine
a
Is
god.
there a god of gold?
I've been trying to find one, but I
Is
can't find one.
Tamara. Lady
Mars?
Luck?
Timora.
Oh, what? Joaquin.
Oh, Tamora.
Yeah.
Oh, Joaquin, yeah, trade and money, right?
yeah.
Of fair trade.
Yeah, and Wild Gold's not very fair sometimes.
Fair enough. I have yet to
He-
find a god for wild.
Maybe
yet.
he wrongly worships her.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, like, if you wrongly like worship a god, like they'll do something about it.
They'll spank you.
Maybe
like,
that's what I want.
If you like, yes, I worship Tyr, the god of justice, and you go and commit genocide, I think he might not be happy with you.
Yeah, if you're a priest, then you'd lose your powers. But if you're just a common worshipper, then you usually get away with it just by being ignorant. But like, well, too late, you realise that you were wrong. Like you die and you think you're going to heaven, but you go to hell. That sort of thing, you know. Oh, but I murdered children in the name of the sun god. I was doing it to bring the sun, you know. Like, no, sorry.
Ultimate power. The more I
Yeah.
kill, the
Well,
more
I mean,
power the
What was
sun
the
gets.
bad thing, Lathan?
Precisely.
Wild doesn't do bad shit though. That's the
I
thing.
never said bad. I
Yeah,
said
no,
unfair.
yeah.
I didn't say bad.
Morkane is, like, goddess of fair trade.
Well, my trades haven't been unfair, really.
Yeah, I guess.
Which ones have been unfair?
Nothing really.
Exactly.
When you try to get more, right at the beginning with Nightstone, you try to make it seem that you did everything to get more gold.
Maybe.
There's a god that you might like. I'll post it in Discord.
Is it Gargler Gold?
No, it's a lion god.
No Banyan.
Lion
King
God?
of Beasts, Lord Fire
of
Mane.
Well,
Beasts?
this guy
Lion
sounds
King.
pretty cool.
Yeah, this guy sounds dope.
That's pretty nice.
The elven god of mischief.
He was
Ah,
a
that guy.
deity of virtue and would never ask another to take an action that he himself would not do. That's
Who,
pretty cool.
Navanian?
Yeah,
I like him.
what a powerful man.
He's gonna be my god.
He wanted his pride to willingly choose benevolent and good actions over the alternatives by their own accord. Cool.
It
A
sounds
powerful
like-
yet gentle presence.
He sounds like what was Simba's
He's
dad's
Aslan.
name?
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Is
He
that
seems
Mufasa?
he's more like Aslan from fucking Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, that's my god.
Cool.
You make it to Luskan without any further issues along the road. While you're here, you could stop briefly if you wish, or you could stop for a longer time. You could contact your contacts within the Arcane Brotherhood, or try to hide your presence from them. It's all up to you.
Is this a good shopping town?
It's pretty good. It's one of the major ports, but it's particularly good for smuggled goods. The prices are sometimes a bit high in Luskan, but you can get lots of shit that would be illegal or difficult to acquire elsewhere.
Ooh, very nice. Lots of thievy goods. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, this is the thief town in the Savage North.
I've been
I-
looking-
I have ear to the ground. I want to find like the best place where I'll take Nap there. We'll find the best place for,
got
like,
city secrets.
to get whatever.
Together, you own.
Together we know everything about Luskan.
Yeah, so there are different specialists for different things. What do you mean? What are you looking for?
Wild wants to find a shop that sells animals.
Yep.
For a gem trader to sell off the gems, then I can give Wild his part since he's traveling with me.
They
Oh,
are
God.
paying a fucking premium for gems here. But they will only let you sell them to the wizards of the Arcane Brotherhood. So
Well, that works for me. I don't care who I
Awesome.
sell them to,
awesome.
as long as the gold rolls in.
I'll tell him. I'll keep him with me though for now, because I know you're not supposed to go over there, but he wouldn't yet. So I'll wait for us to get back with the other two that
That's
actually
just
know,
good.
and
If
they
any
can
of you
take him
require
across.
to get into the tower, I will go with you.
Excellent. Excellent. So will we do the gems first?
Yeah, if you would like.
All right.
Because I'm dirt broke.
All right. They offer you a premium. Sorry, you go.
I was gonna say he'll go with them, like, to let them over the tower with his staff.
Perfect, perfect. And you're admitted with the assistants. You're honoured. And there's a mongrel man, a creature who is of indeterminate race because it's got dog ears and crab claws and crocodile skin It's you don't even know what race it is because it's half a dozen races combined into one. You see this creature, it admits the ordained member of the organization and takes you in to do some trading. He offers straight up a flat 10% on top of what their normal value is. They really want their gems here. And so if you're willing for that, then whatever value you have in the gems, they offer 10% higher.
10%, that's quite a lot. So that's 1,100.
Yeah, 1,100. That's right. And these gems, they'll be put to use within days.
Could I try to get a little bit more, being a very greedy tabaxi?
Make a persuasion roll.
Do you want a 16?
Gets turned into a newt.
Can I be with? Are you going alone or you? Doesn't matter.
I'm with the prophet. And
I was like,
gold.
do you want a 16? And you roll a
I thought I could roll better. I've got a 6 on my thing, and I thought I'd get better than
that
a
would
10.
end in 16.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
That's
Just
It's a-
100.
It's
a
all
six-
good. They
16
they
anyway.
okay, 16 anyway. No worries. That's a good price. He won't give you any extra money, but as a sign of the fact that you're friends with the prophet, he'll either offer you one first level scroll or a single second level scroll.
Wait, one first level scroll or two second level scrolls?
Sorry. I just said that wrong. Four first level scrolls or a single second level scroll.
Who can use scrolls? Because
Wizards.
Depends on what spell it is.
can I have instead a massive discount off the first item I buy? Because scrolls are useless to me.
I could use them.
They will give you. How about 2 first level potions instead?
Oh yeah, sounds good. I suppose I don't know anything about potions, but yeah, I'll take that.
All right. So they might give you a potion of jump or a potion of mage armor, a potion of disguise self, first level spells.
Oh wait, who can use pass without trace? Is that like a spell?
That
That's
is
a second level
spell,
spell, yeah.
but I don't think I can learn it.
But could I pick that up now? No, this campaign probably won't go up to that high level. Never mind.
No, this campaign goes for a long time.
Level
Is it
12
levels-
or 13?
Level
I thought it-
17, I can use any magical item I want. But then that's a long way to wait for. This
Yeah, it's a long.
item.
Yeah, for this particular item, you know. Yeah.
I will
I mean,
use my level 17 ability to use
doesn't
his level
Prophet-
1.
Doesn't Prophet
Scroll.
use scrolls to learn spells?
You can,
He
Can,
does.
yes.
which is why a lot of level 1 spells would be very useful.
Yeah, a lot of level
Okay.
1 spells would be.
Does that
really
mean
useful
I
for
could
him.
grab all the level 1 spells and then Prophet can buy them all off of me, and then I can get even more,
Yeah.
and I can profit even
Yeah.
more?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. You could get 4 first level spells, and then they'd be worth 25 gold pieces each potentially, but you could sell them at a discount.
Yeah, I'll do that then, and I'll
Yeah,
just
maybe.
give all the scrolls to Prophet to pick from, and I'll sell him the gold 1,100.
Remember, the only reason you're allowed across the bridge is I let you.
That's why you're
He's
getting
right.
a discount.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, the only reason you're even allowed outside the walls is because he'd let you. If the prophet gives the order, then they'll close the gates here and now and trap you.
But I could give the order to just not.
You could, and
Did
then
you go with us?
like Alec Greeth would come down and he'd be pissed off. He's like, "Okay, children, what's
You
going on here?
smarty
Gonna smack
bastard."
your heads together."
Yeah, where's my ring anyway?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll give Wild Gold 440 gold.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's like 40%. I think that's fair enough.
That's way more than fair. You could take that down if you would like.
No, that's fine. I mean, that's what I said at the beginning of the camp.
Okay.
Good.
Oh,
Good
an
death.
honorable thief, huh?
Oh,
I don't
very
have a
honourable
mute button
thief.
on my a mute
I
button.
like it.
Your debts are
Yep.
cleared. And your acceptance is complete. I feel confident that the rest of the party, at this point, as you pass over the gold, fully accepts you into their fold. This guy's all right, you know? Yeah, this guy's all right.
I'm actually
Yeah.
encumbered because I'm carrying too much gold.
Are we
I'll
going
take
to
some off your hands.
buy
Well,
I just spend it all in one blow real quick.
a second wagon?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we need to buy a second wagon. I'm gonna. Wild wanted to go look for animals, like something like an animal, seedy animal shop where you could buy like really crazy shit.
We should
Yeah.
get
Pseudo
draft
dragons
bosses
and
too.
things like that. So they're all
Something small though is what I'm after.
yeah, pseudo dragon.
What's that?
So it's like a
Oh,
tiny
baby
dragon, it's cute.
Yeah, small dragon.
Yeah, little
They
tiny
can turn
dragon.
invisible.
Like a dragon with a cat's personality, basically.
Yeah, can I get one of those? How much are them?
2,000 gold pieces, but they offer no money back guarantees. But once the transaction is made, it's yours. It's not our problem.
Are they like notoriously hard to keep?
Make it a history check or a nature check.
Goodbye.
History's there, nature's there. They're the same. I'm gonna make a nature, I think.
Uh-huh. They're very strong personalities. In game terms, they have an alignment. And if you don't match that alignment, which is generally nice, then they'll just abandon you. It's like keeping a cockatoo, right? Keeping a bird.
Yeah.
You let that bird out the cage. If it doesn't like you, bird's gonna fly away.
Well, can I look around the pet shop and see if I can find one that's sort of more rambunctious than the rest, or just what other little animals, creatures they've got?
Yeah, they can also
Tressum?
like act as familiars, can't they?
They can, yeah, for warlocks at least, but potentially, yeah, they can. They used to be familiars in earlier editions. So your short answer is yeah, they can. Tressum, which is a flying cat. Winged
I remember
snake.
those.
Yeah, winged snakes are here. Hypnotoad, which is like
I know what Hypnotoad is.
a little toad that will
Put on the TV.
will paralyze you with its vision.
Amazing.
Potbelly elephants, little elephants the size of a pig.
Pocket scorpion.
That's
Pocket
adorable.
scorpions. Yeah.
No, sort of more rambunctious of the what are the little dragons called?
Oh, only one pseudo dragon. It doesn't want to be here at all. Fucking hates
Miniature space hamster.
it. Yeah, miniature space hamster. That's may not transform.
Are they sort of smarter? These little guys, little dragons.
Pseudo dragons. Oh yeah, they're quite intelligent. They act like animals, but they're much more clever. Even though they basically act like a cat, they're as clever as a high school graduate.
Any blink dogs?
There is a blink dog. It hates this place as well.
Blink away then.
I'm gonna lean into the pseudo dragon, and I'm sort of gonna ask it, like whisper, like, "You don't want to be here. Do you want to come with me, little guy?"
Get me out of here, it says telepathically.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, if you want to travel with me, then yeah, but you're really, really expensive. Like, I want to know that you're not just gonna run away. I'll keep you fed and everything.
No promises.
Well, what are you looking for? Because I'm looking for a friend.
I'm looking for a wizard.
I'm not a wizard.
Do you know any wizards?
I do know a wizard. And I kind of owe him, but I don't know if I owe him 2,000 gold.
He seems a bit downed by all of this. I can't make a promise that I can't keep, tells me.
I don't have 2,000 gold anyway.
I'm gonna take profit here because we do have a lot of party gold.
With
we
Blink
now?
Dog, if I'm riding the Blink Dog and it teleports, will it take me with it?
I don't think Blink's. No, I don't think they are. It's not like a dimension door. It's more like a misty step.
You're riding into
Because it
Blink Dog
takes-
into
it
battle
takes all
and he
of
just
its
falls on his
equipment.
ass.
Takes all of his equipment. People aren't equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, you need
Just
to
a,
take.
just a
wearing a
kobold, do I-
minute
do I
now.
really count as a lot?
It will take your corpse with you. With it.
Ah, okay.
That's good.
Well, I'll take profit to the pseudo dragon and explain that it's looking for a wizard, and I think, might like him because he's quite a nice justice. I can't say nice about Prophet, really, can I?
He's lawful.
He's lawful, yeah.
Who are you? Asked the dragon.
I am the prophet.
What do you do?
I cast spells. I am a wizard.
Ooh. Can you cast Fireball?
I can cast Agonizing Scorcher.
Can you cast Fireball?
Maybe later.
You're not much of a wizard, are you?
Like an elitist.
Can you cast Fireball?
No, but I can fly. Can you fly?
If I am made smaller, I can make myself fly.
Really?
Really?
Prove it.
Is Jalaxis?
Hmm?
A small favor? Can you make...
We're all trading favors here.
Yes, it's like... And you'll hear something you'll never hear a kobold say again. Can you make me smaller? With shrink, I've seen you do it.
Please do. I really want to see him as a tiny little dude.
You'll owe me a favor, but sure. Is that right?
That's fine.
Kind of thinks to himself. Alright. Hey, Pseudo Dragon, do you want to get bigger?
Well, sure, but
Will-
won't that
will it
break
fit
the
in the-
cage? It'll break the cage!
Oh. Probably not then. Oh wait, no it won't. It just
You
grows
can make
you
him bigger until until he gets...
until he can't grow anymore.
That doesn't sound very comfortable.
No, it doesn't. Better not then. I'll make if you do end up coming with us, I'll make you bigger then. And
Really?
since Wild's there as well, he's gonna. Oh wait, you can either just accept it or fight it. I don't care, Wild, but I'm gonna reduce Wild and Prophet.
Just to say you're making him bigger.
I don't want to be smaller.
Sorry.
Just say you're making him bigger with the same
To
spell.
reduce.
Oh, sure, yeah, okay. You can be bigger instead then, Wild.
Oh, I'll accept
I'll
bigger.
just sing a deception, but I mean, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'll make Prophet smaller, Wild bigger. And I just kind of click my fingers.
In the meantime, I'm like doing a tour bus sort of thing with all the kids and the and the cripple. What was his name again? Somewhere on the
Al-
fog.
How much for the children? Asks like a pirate. I give you 5 gold piece each children.
I'll take 1,000 each, please.
Oh, it's too much.
They're very intelligent.
Word gets around that there's 1,000 gold piece children. And
Fuck's
these
sake.
people are
Someone
kind of
approaches
interest
you
like,
once
"Fuck."
older then.
That's right. It's
pay
like
for
these
them.
must be valuable children. Sure.
So, Prophet and his equipment now weigh under 10 pounds. So he will lift himself with a mage hand.
Brilliant. That's amazing.
So this is looks quite silly, I imagine.
Well, while he's in the air,
He's impressed.
I just cancel concentration while he's in the air.
Really grows really big and then plummets. Wow. That's funny. Wow. Starts running around inside its cage, spinning around. Let me out! Let me out! Let me come with you!
Look at, I guess.
How
Wild
much
Prophet.
are like pseudo dragons normally like worth?
Oh, you normally can't buy them. It's illegal to sell them in Waterdeep because they're sentient creatures.
Do you reckon? I'm kind of leaning towards Prophet. Do you reckon we could get a discount because of who we're with?
Well,
I'm
certainly.
gonna. Yeah, can I go up to the clerk there and say, hey, I think those government members are interested in that pseudo dragon. I don't think you want to piss those guys off, right?
No, don't want to piss them off, that's right. I thought they must be Arcane Brotherhood when they walked in. That's why I thought I'd make a sale. They're
Yeah,
our best
I can see the
customers.
staffs. Yeah.
My arcane lord, can I interest you in this creature? It is it was captured in the high forest taken from the corpse of its master, and now it is yours for the low price of 2,000 gold pieces.
Is he talking to me or Prophet?
We are quite knowledgeable. Like, if it turns out like you ripped us off, it'd be a shame if your shop went up in arcane flames, would it not?
My lord, my arcane lord, you must know that our business is dependent upon your benevolence and your continued patronage. Without your arcane lord's assistance, then we would have no one to trade with.
1,500 gold seems fair then, don't you say?
Make an intimidate check.
Oh.
I'll give myself a 16
wanna-
for a
can-
total of
can I-
21.
I wanted to stand behind him, looking really intimidating as well.
1,500.
Did we mention it's orders from our master that we do some experimentation and knowledge on these creatures?
Yeah, it is fitting. Fitting that a creature such as yourself, a part dragon, should have a dragon companion. I think that this is simply the way things are meant to be. Divine fortune.
Good to see that you agree.
Yes. 1,500 gold pieces it is then.
Oh, how much you taking from party? I've only got 100 on me.
Party gold.
Well, we do have still a lot in the party gold.
We have some.
I mean, you guys, the fighters took 3k out each, so I think
Yeah.
this is a bit less.
How
To
much?
be fair,
Oh,
that was for upgraded weapons, though.
we have a gemstone we can sell.
Yeah. And the
Good.
knucklehead trap might
That-
sell.
Those
You get-
2 diamonds in there, did we get rid of those?
Pretty sure we used all
No,
most of
we
our
ha-
gems, didn't we?
We used
We
their
used
money.
the other
didn't we?
stuff instead. We used
Oh,
silver,
yeah.
we used gold, we used personal gold, we used personal gems.
And we still get 10% if we decide to use gems here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
10%
those
bonus,
diamonds
yeah.
are worth 1,100 each.
So yeah, take it, I guess. How much? How do you want to divide this up?
I'll let Prophet deal with it. It's his transaction.
Let's open up the trade.
My name's Haralaxis, but you can call me Harry.
Harry Potter.
Is that the fucking?
The dragon.
No, that's great.
And you may
Huh.
call me the Prophet.
Would I
Salutes.
find really exotic creatures to buy in Everlund or Silvery Moon because of the Mountains?
Yes, but they'd probably be illegal unless you have like a license for some reason, like you're a druid or some shit.
So I wouldn't be able to have them.
Yes and no. It's complex. Like
It's
for
the willing
example,
pet.
exactly.
a
That's exactly
companion.
right.
Well, that's what I'll
Uh,
try to find them.
There's nothing wrong with walking down the street with a saber-toothed tiger, but if that saber-toothed tiger doesn't want to be with you,
Yeah.
then some half-elf hippie's going to get upset.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm looking for anyway, is a willing pet, which is why I didn't buy the dragon. Even though I
Yeah.
really, really wanted a tiny
So,
little dragon
We're
companion.
selling one of these diamonds for it then? Is it going to take?
That'll be
can-
1,100, and then
And then the gemstone, that's 110. Plus there's 275 actual
so
gold.
we need. So we need like another 200 and.
I'll put 100 in.
I
like-
owe Prophet, so
90?
I'll loan him 200 gold if he needs 200 gold.
They'll sell
290
you
gold.
hippogriffs for 2,000 gold if you want, or they'll reduce it to 1,500. 1,500 gold pieces per hippogriff. It's like basically a flying horse, basically, sort of.
Nah. I want a little pet, like a monkey is what I was originally thinking, but I thought maybe an exotic pet because of what you said about the Nether Mountains
Yeah,
would be kind of
yeah.
cool.
He has monkeys here, brought in all the way from Chult and other monkeys from up in the cold mountains, like those Japanese monkeys that sit in the hot water springs.
Yeah.
The
Will
red
the
faces.
knucklehead trout sell here?
They don't really want knucklehead trout. Like they'll buy it, but it's they get plenty of it. They're the main export place of it anyway. So you're probably not going to get a good price, but they will buy it.
So there's a
So
290
well.
difference after that 1 diamond and 1 gemstone.
290? I will loan him 290.
And then I'll spend the last. Oh, just the entire amount?
I will loan you 290.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
note down that I owe you money.
No,
Down
no,
from-
I owed you. That's why I'm giving you the gold. Because you've saved my
Okay.
life like 4 times now.
Okay.
Can I have a quick stroll around the shop just to see if any animal speaks to me?
Yeah,
Like
Absolutely.
calls to me, I don't know. Anything. If not,
Sure. Make a make a charisma check. Yeah, just D20 plus your charisma roll.
You can have a 12, or do you think you can roll better?
I'll take my chances. Roll 1. 20. Yeah, no, I can't.
See, I told you.
Oh, well, if I'm gonna find something, I want it to be that classic, like, natural find, not a, not a fabricated bond.
Absolutely. What's your alignment?
I almost said pure evil because it says pure half elf, but no.
Yeah, I was just looking then and I couldn't see it anymore.
Isn't pure half elf like a contradiction?
I don't know why it's in there like that. Let me just look in the D&D Beyond.
I am pure blood.
Was
of
that what
two-
did you put your sub race as that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Alignment. Oh, I didn't put it in.
All right.
I was pretty sure it was neutral good.
Yeah,
You
sure.
ain't that anymore.
Just imagine what like an abomination would like a half kobold, half elf would look like. Like I'm a half elf.
You are neutral at best.
I'm just gonna get true neutral.
There
I mean,
is
you're not
nothing.
good.
I mean, you tried to murder a party member because
I
he
didn't
annoyed
try
you.
to murder you.
And you,
True
I said
neutral, and
no
I
to
didn't
you.
try to murder him.
I mean, by entering the arcane by the way of entering the arcane brotherhood, you're not good.
Yeah, I guess true neutral then.
Wow, we're true neutral for different reasons, I guess.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing sticks out to you. Nothing. Really leaps out at you at this stage.
Yeah.
I am making friends with the children.
How
I
does
expect a full list
pricing
of all
work?
their names next week.
Indeed.
And personality.
And personalities and aspirations.
Probably now have
There's
the pseudo dragon.
there's Sleepy, there's Grumpy, there's Doc, there's Bashful.
They are what, the dwarves?
As we wrap up for this week, one event does happen just before we leave it. Those members, that's it, Fireball. Those members of the Arcane Brotherhood are summoned to the Host Tower Arcane.
Oh fuck. Okay.
How long did you have to get the ring?
A year.
1 year, we have time.
Wipe sweat off brow.
I mean, if it was that, I wouldn't be being summoned.
I was thinking of a month and I was like, oh shit, rip.
I feel like the boss has already caught wind of us like haggling and using powers, and he's already gonna like reprimand us.
I mean, all of the like wizards do it.
I guess, yeah.
And if anything, it's a good thing for him because like it keeps the fear of the mages in the the minds of the people.
It reminds me of a story. It's totally off topic, but I used to have this Thai girlfriend, and she was like, she was sitting around one day. I wasn't there. She was sitting around with like her family or something, and they didn't have any money. They wanted to drink, but no one had any cash. And so like the dude who was a cop, like the member of the family was a police officer. He's like, oh yeah, so he puts his uniform on. He comes back like 2 hours later with all this money. He's just like fucking just gone out to the road, stopped people on the side of the road, given them fines, taken the cash, and so now they've got beer money.
Fucking hell.
That's what the government in Luskin's like. It's like, okay, I'm a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. You pay up your fines, bitches, or I'll fireball you. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Pay fines on pain of death.
That's it.
Jeez.
Hey, I saw you
Fuck's sake.
loitering. Better give me 50 gold pieces.
Exactly.
No holy gagging.
Keep moving.
Good thing I
Don't
kept
look
that
at-
teddy bear. I was almost going to give it to one of the children. Now I can give it to the pseudo dragon. But I guess next.
Almost gonna give it to one of the children.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like,
wait,
it's
how
sad.
kind of you, Prophet.
Hey, he feels tremendous empathy for all who suffer.
Maybe you should give it to our guild boss, so he doesn't kill us.
I want to read them
Well,
books.
you think
I have
let's just go up
books.
to the lich. It's like you want a teddy bear. It's got one eye.
Yeah. He might be into
Don't
that
take
sort
the
of thing.
pseudo dragon. He might take it off you.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a wood elf doll. I can give them. Hell yeah.
Oh, I can show them my little puppet that resembles my father that dances when I dance. Beep, boop, boop, boop.
Gosh.
Follows my
That's sure to
movements.
impress like an archlich. Like let's
I meant the
that's-
children, not the archlich.
I feel like it would impress an archlich. Like then he'd like be so bored of like all these other people just like showing him really big magics, and like finally he gets to see a dumbass big giant lion
A
dancing.
barbarian
With...
comes in and dances with a toy, and he's just like,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
great shit.
That's some fucking entertaining stuff right there.
You cannot tell by my lack of emotion, but I am deeply amused.
"You are my new apprentice. I shall teach you everything. I'm a barbarian." Oh shit. he's incredible.
Multi-class, 15 levels on wizard, 5 levels on barbarian.
Hell yeah.
I would do that.
Muscle wizard.
Oh
Muscle
yeah.
wizard.
Cast fist.
Because everyone loves my wild magic, I thought, you know what, for this, my next character, if my other character dies in the Curse of Strahd, I'm gonna make a wild barbarian that maybe, if it's allowed.
The astral one or whatever it was.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a new one I just found in D&D Beyond. It's the barbarian. What's it called? The Wild Soul Barbarian.
Yeah, it's like the same one. It's in the same UA as the astral self monk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Arctic.
one. That one's that's really interesting.
Mm.
Arctic.
I'll-
Would it be possible at some point to ever find something called a commerce cat in a pet shop or something like that?
Never heard of a commerce cat.
It's incredible, and I've instantly love it, and it fits wild perfectly. Because oh, that's not Discord either. That's commerce cat.
Commerce cat.
It's a celestial monster though.
It's also
just
yeah.
look at
homebrew.
cool
I think I
creatures.
might have heard
Oh,
of
is it
that,
homebrew?
Yeah.
Oh, it's homebrew. Oh, whoops. Never mind. That is why you've never heard of it. Doesn't
Right.
exist. Why did it show
Should be
me
funny though,
homebrew stuff?
because it's dndwiki.com.
Oh,
It's almost all homebrew.
I want to
Alright.
find like little pets, possible
You
things.
can usually tell by the big thing that says homebrew page.
Yeah, I wasn't reading. I wasn't
He just
looking at that,
wanted a
Grady.
pet.
It's just, yeah.
Maybe you can breed your own if you start like cross.
It has
Hey,
120
a
feet
ton
of true sight.
Was it?
Two times per day it can roll 1d8 plus 4 hit points on someone, and free
wait,
it from
really?
any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness.
What the fuck? I didn't read that far ahead.
Restoring
I,
bite.
It can curse people.
You can
I
make
read
them
where
lose
it could
one
like
gold each
help
day.
your god and stuff, and like help in transaction. I was like, perfect.
I love the like how they've written the second dot point in Blessings of Commerce. They gains or fines, and it made me think of Smeagol.
They gains or finds us.
Filthy. Like gains or fines us. At least a $1 piece of stuff.
Hey, Arctic, what would be your opinion on getting a Quickling as a chain
Oh,
warlock of the
fuck's sake.
Archfair?
A quick no.
I'll post it.
What's a quickling?
They're like little
Let me
midget
post it.
fays
They're fucking incredible.
that are ridiculously fast. And they only have 120 feet of movement speed.
120
base.
feet of movement, yeah.
I know I've read about these. Yeah.
They're crazy.
I just encountered one in Driz in the third book.
Yeah.
Little fucker's quick, dude. Holy.
Yeah.
Well, since we're finished, everyone say goodbye to Sash.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Sash.
See you later, everyone.
And to future people.